Hear that, guys? That's the sound of a can of beer opening. That's not just any can of beer you're listening to getting cracked. That is what I like to call a celebratory can, Gabe.
How good, mate?
Listeners, welcome to another episode of Daily Blue Weekly. This one's a little bit special, guys, because we've got cause for celebration. Now, if you are on YouTube, you'll be feasting your eyes. It's not a coincidence that Gabe and I are wearing the same shirt. If you're on YouTube, you're going to be basking in the glory of the first official piece of merchandise of the podcast. If you're listening, I would ask you to pull your car over and close your eyes so we can paint a picture for you now.
Paint it, mate. If they haven't been on the Instagram yet.
If you haven't seen it on Instagram yet, there was a very, I'm going to say, well put together piece of promotion. Probably the best put together piece of promotion anyone's ever done for a piece of merchandise ever.
Some are calling it like cinematography. Some are calling it a masterpiece.
Revolutionary.
If
you haven't seen it yet, head on over to dailybluenews.com and check out the latest reel. For this piece of masterpiece.
dailybluenews.com.
Daily Blue News Instagram. Sorry, I'm very excited. Gabe and I are sporting the first official piece of merchandise for the podcast. It is, what did AS Colour call this? It's petrol blue.
Petrol blue.
It's a shirt that it fits the body nicely. It hugs the frame in all the right places.
It makes you feel warm. It makes you feel loved. It makes you feel free.
It's petrol blue. If you look just over the heart where all badges are, it's the name of the podcast in the classic font, Daily Blue Weekly. Now, if you go to the back, again, YouTube.
I'll give it to them, mate. I'll give it to the people on YouTube.
You can feast your eyes on this. I'm going to describe it for the listeners. Cast your minds back to the famous Channel 9 Wide World of Sports logo. Now, we have taken a bit of inspiration from it. We do love sports on this podcast, but one thing we love a little bit more are rorts.
Yeah, if you're new.
If you're new to the podcast.
That might be news to you. Go back to the front, but we love a rort here at Daily Blue Weekly.
We fucking love a good rort on Daily Blue Weekly.
Not to be confused with a scam.
Not to be confused with a scam. We have drawn a line in the sand on that. Now, this shirt is entitled Wide World of Rorts, and you can get it. You can get one of these. We are right now live in the pre-sale. So if you head on over to the Daily Blue News Instagram, Gabe's Instagram, in the bio.
Yeah, in the show notes, in the bio, wherever you're watching, you'll be able to get it.
It's going to be all over the stories. It can take you to the shop. You can purchase. We are right now in the pre-sale. So this is going to be a 2-week pre-sale.
Yes.
We are selling these bastards. Get your mitts on them. Some people got them early. If you're in the newsroom, you got this 2 days ago.
Yeah, so we tried fucking giving you warnings, and the perks will continue to come for those in the newsroom.
That's just a taste of the perks that we've got for you guys. That's just a little taste of the perks. But yeah, these shirts are...
Seriously, mate, I'm so happy with how these turned out. I really think you guys will love them.
They're sick.
They're sick, bro.
They're sick. They are printed on a nice AS Colour blank, which AS Colour, it's a nice thick cotton, but not too thick. Summer's just around the corner. Petrol blue. Again, we had to have something blue, didn't we? It is Daily Blue Weekly. And the design, you knocked the design out of the park.
Thanks, mate.
Makes me very horny. Wide World of Rorts. So you can get a Wide World of Rorts tee right now. Daily Blue News Instagram, Gabe's Instagram. It's going to be all over the stories. We're going to be fucking flogging it for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, this won't be the last time you hear about it. But what I will say is, if you are somehow struggling to find it, the website is called dailyblueweekly.com. And if you haven't seen the little promo video that Blue and I put together for you, go over there, watch it. Fuck, that was fun to make, bro.
It was. This sort of just segues nicely into our catch up, doesn't it?
Yeah,
a bit of shameless promotion at the start, but I mean, I already know how part of your weekend was. We obviously caught up on Saturday to cook up the masterpiece and get to the Instagram because I mean we were pretty proud of it.
Yeah.
It's funny, much like the shirt. It's fashionable and it's funny.
Oh, fashionable and funny.
It's kind of like just what we are. But we got together. We went to. We won't name the pub because we didn't tell them we were filming in it.
Yeah, we didn't really ask, but you know what? My missus found it. Shout out to my missus. And it was the ideal spot because it had a great room to shoot in, and it was fucking quiet.
There was not a soul around, so we caught up.
Three old men. Might have been the three wise men.
They did look pretty wise, those blokes. But we drew up a little storyboard of how we wanted this ad to run, and we caught up and had a couple of beers and shot the ad in the pub. It was good fun. Nice bit of content making on Saturday, and had a couple of tins afterwards. How did your day go? So that's kind of the tall and short of it.
Yeah.
That's enough selling merch, Gabe. Let's get into the podcast. What did you do after I saw you on Saturday? How's the rest of your weekend?
Oh, mate, honestly, I reckon I watched the video about 20 times. Like, since she left the house, I was just like, I just fucking love this. This is so fun. It got me really motivated to like film more like kind of skit type content. Like, yeah, that was an ad, but you know, if you're missing the joke in that ad,
I'm not going to.
I'm not going to spell it out for you, but
that's just one for the scholars. That one.
But I had so much fun filming.
You're
that,
sniffing
mate.
your own farts a little bit. You reckon?
I just had fun.
It was good.
Yeah, so,
that was a nice little wholesome bit of content creating.
So it's got me like my creative juices bubbling. I've got some other ideas for some skits, some stuff. So if I can just be brave enough to bite the bullet and start filming them.
I mean, you got some big balls, mate. Let's do it. Let's make some magic. What else you get up to?
Mate, I think other than that, it was pretty quiet. Watched the footy.
Yeah.
We can get into that.
Great weekend of footy.
Well, depends what you ask.
Yeah, well, that's good for some, not so good for others. We'll get into that in the sports section.
And what day was Father's Day? Was Father's Day on the
Sunday.
weekend?
That was Sunday.
I didn't. My dad was up in Sydney, but gave him a call, made sure he was all good.
Huge respect.
Said thanks for the raising over the years.
Yeah.
I'm sure it wasn't always easy.
Nah, looking after you.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the dads that listen to this too. You guys rock.
Yeah. Shout out to all the dads. Oi, what do you make of this? Should you say Happy Father's Day to anyone that's a dad?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Nah.
I got a lot of mates that are brand new dads, like had kids in the last kind of like 6 months or so, and they're pumped about it.
Oh,
so I
yeah.
like to be like, Happy Father's Day, boys.
Yeah, I'll give them a quick like Happy Father's Day, mate. But like, if you're a dad and like you're annoyed that no one's saying it to you,
I mean,
I don't know about that. I think it should be reserved for your dad for the most part.
You're probably a bad dad if that's the case.
No one's saying it to you.
If that annoys you, then your kids are probably getting hell at home. If that's the sort of thing that bothers you as a dad, then God help the kids when they leave the Lego out or anything, because they are in all sorts of shit. I mean, yeah, but no, I like to give my my new dad mates a little Happy Father's Day, because the boys are pumped. Their dad life.
I'm a bit jealous. Like there's no like Happy Boyfriend's Day. I got a birthday.
Well, that's Valentine's Day, mate.
Well, is it?
Yeah, I get fucking spoiled on Valentine's Day. Spoiled rotten.
Well,
you might just be a crap boyfriend.
Yeah, that's not that fucking far-fetched.
This could be a moment for you, mate.
Well,
you
no,
might be a bad boyfriend.
It probably is more my fault because like I don't want to do gifts for Valentine's Day. I think we have a nice dinner.
You can't say you don't want to do gifts and then complain that you're not getting spoiled.
I was trying to get myself an own separate day, but then you brought Valentine's Day.
You want Gabe Day.
Yeah, I want like blonde boyfriend day, like something niche for me that I get a little extra day on.
Speaking of blonde, that video, a lot of people are going to see your hair for the first time.
Yeah, I know. I've already got a couple sprays.
Yeah, you're going to get peppered. It's because you've kept it hidden away.
Yeah.
Literally every podcast and piece of content, there's no hair. And now the hair's on full display.
But it's not purposeful. I just like hats.
Love hats.
Yeah.
You know the first episode of South Park where Kenny takes his hood off?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. It's a big reveal.
So that's another reason to check out the video if you want to see what I've got
If
under
nothing
this hat.
else, if you've got no intention of buying a shirt, go and watch it just to see Gabe's hair because it's glorious.
I actually got a really good rip to like say someone to rip on their haircut. Like if they get a freshie, you just go, did you come with a bag of sausages?
What was that? I didn't get it.
You went to the butcher, didn't you?
Nah. Don't mind that. Lose a fight with the lawnmower was also another good one.
I've got that one in school a few times.
Don't mind that. How's the week been up until this point right now when we're recording this?
I mean, minus the just excitement and nerves of how the clothes are going to be perceived.
Giddiness.
Giddiness.
Thank you to, so by the time this podcast's out, a lot of people have already bought them.
Yeah,
like
thank
I said,
you so much.
We put it in the newsroom early, just like we said, we look after our newsroom. Get in there. A lot of people bought them straight away, which we didn't expect. We were just kind of wanted the newsroom to see it first. So thank you. And by the time this comes out, a lot of people have seen it. And over the next 2 weeks, I'm sure fucking millions of you are going to buy them. Yeah. But thank you. Because it is like Gabe said, we're a little bit like, fuck, what are we doing? Should we do it? And we did it. And fucking people got around it straight away. So that gets my dick hard and fills my heart with blood and love. So it's awesome. It's very, very nice feeling. So thank you very much.
Stop being sorry, but you guys parting with your cash to support us, or even just like if you think it's cool, whatever. It's fucking so sick. It's something I've dreamed of, to be honest with you. So it's fucking so sick.
It's sick. Now enough gay stuff.
Yeah. enough sucking off the audience.
Yeah. Get off that cock and tits.
And enough about me. Speaking of Father's Day, you had a little adventure Father's Day.
Dude, I had a fucking belter of a weekend.
Yeah.
So Saturday, obviously,
Saturday
filmed the skit, left you. We actually had a couple of beers at the pub while we filmed the skit, and then
beer into a longie,
and then you were editing the clip here. I was about to leave. We were like saying goodbye, and we were obviously both super excited. And I was like,
gave you a kiss goodbye as we always do,
little kiss on the lips, and then I said, "What are you doing now?" And you, because I had the taste for alcohol, and also was very excited about editing the clip.
Yeah.
And you were like, "I was just going to edit the clip," and I was like, "I'll go down and get us a couple of largies."
Yeah. And I was like, yes, do that.
So obviously you and I sat together and had a few beers and a good giggle.
Laughed at ourselves for about 20 minutes.
After I left you, I had it because footy's over for me now. So I had a completely clear schedule. I'd done in the morning, I ticked a few boxes, lawn mowed, new fence put up,
Bang.
Little bit of work done to make my Monday easier. So feeling pretty good about myself. Obviously content filmed, feeling like the man, couple of stubbies under the belt. Went home. And was like, the Knights were playing Saturday night too.
Yep.
So I was like, well, I mean, may as well just keep drinking.
Well, we'd be rude not to at that point, really.
Yeah, so a few of the boys were at Newcastle Local League Grand Final on Saturday.
Yep.
Maitland Pickers victorious against South Newcastle Lions. Few of my good mates and punters club crew were playing in the reserve grade Grand Final.
Yep.
So a few of the boys were out and about drinking. One of them come over late just to watch the Knights play. So we ended up sourcing until about midnight. Knights obviously had a great win, get into that more in sport, had a lot to drink, into the Sheepdog, shout out Sheepdog whiskey, peanut butter whiskey, liqueur more so.
Just so you don't get a cop another spray.
Just so you guys don't think I'm some kind of whiskey connoisseur. It is very sweet.
It's liquor, I'm sorry.
Got to midnight, then I went, oh shit, it's Father's Day tomorrow. I'm going skydiving. I better go to bed.
Yeah.
So woke up.
And when were you booked in? Is it a morning job?
Yeah, 7:30.
Oh,
that was good. I woke up. I was fresh. I don't know if it was the nerves or whatever. I woke up like ready to go.
Fucking oath.
Yeah, it was sick. So me, my dad, and my brother took the old boys skydiving. So dad's 61. My younger brother and myself were down at Belmont Aero Pelican. Fucking awesome. Awesome.
First time skydiving?
First time. Have you been?
Nah.
Bro. So like I was
I'm getting nervous thinking about it.
I'm getting nervous talking about it. And I already did it. So you get there, and I was like trying to be cool, and I was a little bit tired, and then I got there and started to get a little bit seedy because I'd had a bit to drink the night before.
Yeah.
And they're giving you like a pretty brief safety demo considering you're about to jump out of a plane. It's like pretty fucking pretty quick.
Ready to
but
get
it was
up
good.
there.
So then you get in the plane and you get harnessed up and you meet the instructors could be the fucking coolest cunts on the planet.
Yeah.
Not the instructors, sorry, the jump, like the guys.
Oh, bro, if you can jump out of a plane with no one on your back, you are fucking awesome.
They rule.
That is,
so
you're the coolest cunt
So
going.
we were 7:30, so there was a 7 a.m. session. These blokes literally get out of, like they hit the ground, they land with the guys,
They're probably
they
hot
unclip
cunts
themselves.
too.
A few of them looked like athletes, like sexy athletes. They run in with their parachutes. They go in one door. They come out with a brand new parachute and then slap it up with you. And they're like, "Hey mate, how you going? I'm Aaron. I'm going to be with you today." I'm like,
couple shackers.
Let's go. So we're up, and it was all good. I was sweet. Like I was trying to be really present because I get like when I was younger, I used to like. How'd you get like with roller coasters and stuff?
Yeah.
I used to get quite like nervous, and I was like trying really consciously to be like, enjoy this. Stop thinking about it. Just be in the moment.
Yeah.
Be here right now, Bluey. So with the planes, it's just this, there's like there was 6 of us in the plane.
Quite small, right?
It's tiny.
Yeah.
And it fucking rips off this runway. I was like, this is fun. Like I'm safe right now. This is just like a really fast, rattly roll. Like this is fun. Plane goes up. I'm like, this is sick. And you're going up, and it was a fucking gorgeous day.
Yeah.
So like blue skies out over like Belmont, Swansea. So I mean shitholes, but nice coast, nice coast. Shout out spring.
Yeah.
Shout out spring weather. Fresh but like clear skies.
Hell yeah.
So we're up there looking over the sand and stuff, and I'm like, this fucking rules. Then we get to the top. And then the plane,
top of the sky.
The top of the sky. We reach the top of the sky, where I believe the ceiling.
Yeah.
I think the skydivers call it
the
the
big
ceiling.
dome that's up there.
100%.
Yep.
And then the plane starts to slow, and a couple of lights come on, and I was like, "Oh, it's time." Then the door comes up. Holy fuck! I've never. It could be the most scared I've ever been.
Can I woo you up quickly?
Yes.
On the flight up, like.
Yes.
Is it loud? Is there any yarn? Is everyone trying to like just talk to get the nerves out?
Nah, it's kind of like
a bit alone.
You can't. No, the instructors just give you a little like, oh mate. So once we jump, just hang on to your harness, and then I'll tap you, and you can they're just giving you a few pointers on how it's going to go down, and you're just kind of
surely it's like, what, half an hour longer to get up there? No.
I reckon probably 6 or 7 minutes.
Wow. Okay, that makes
Yeah.
me more keen because like
Yeah.
I feel like you'd lose its touch.
The whole
if it
thing's
was-
over pretty quickly.
Yeah, right.
Like by the time you get up there, I reckon we got there at 7:30. I reckon we were out of there. 8:30.
Yeah, I just expected the plane
That's
up
top
to
to
be
bottom.
fucking much longer.
Nah, it's sick.
Righto.
So
door drops or door opens.
Door comes up.
Oh, roller door.
It's like a little plastic roller door.
Yeah.
And then it's just there was a dude in front of me. I was second. The wind,
Oh.
and then there's nothing, and it's just like, oh, this is it.
Are you seeing ground? Are you
I saw
seeing
the ocean.
clouds?
We were out over the ocean, like right on the coastline, and that's when it got real for me.
I'm shaking, bro.
Yeah, so I was good until the door came up, and then it got real. And as soon as the door came up, I went, "Fuck!" Like I was like,
Proper,
"Oh fuck,
yeah.
fuck!" And then, so the dude next to me went first. He's like this Asian guy that didn't speak any English, and he's just gone, like gone, and me old boy was last. Yeah, just like gone. My old boy was last, which I think might have been the worst because you see,
Yeah.
I think my brother was second last. I was second. There was a woman between us, and then so he's had to see everyone go.
Yeah, fuck being last.
So funny. So I was second, and I
I think you got the perfect spot.
oh yeah, because first would have been fucking
First would
bad.
have been fucked, and like you only have to watch one more person go.
Yeah, it was loose. So they shuffle you to the edge, so your feet are out the side of the plane,
Yeah.
hanging out this door. You're sitting on your ass with
Legs
this bloke behind,
dangling.
legs dangling,
Yeah.
and it's just ocean. And
Oh.
fucking, I don't even know how high up we were. They probably told us it's gone, like
Yep.
it's gone from my brain.
Yep.
And then I was terrified, and then you just went out. 200. I do remember one number. 220 k's an hour is how fast you fall. And
does it feel it?
yeah, but do you know what? And I'm definitely not brave by any stretch. As soon as we started falling, I felt not calm, but I was like,
Relief,
I
sure.
was like, enjoy this. And so you're just looking around. They tell you to keep your head up, and you can just see everything, and you're just hurtling towards the earth. Amazing.
See, when you watch the GoPro videos, it kind of gives the illusion that like it would at least feel kind of slow.
It kind of did and it didn't. The wind
Yeah.
and the noise, but you do have, if you can kind of take it in. It was fucking sick.
I want to do it. I want to do it.
Like, and anyone listening, do it. Like, it's the maddest thing. It was like, it's the most fun. I kept like pinching myself from like then till now that it happened. So then the gnarly part, the part that was almost scarier is when they rip the chute and then you're floating. And then you've got time to actually, because when you jump out of the plane, you don't have time to think about it. You're just falling and you're like, oh shit, I'm falling. This is hectic.
Adrenaline, yeah.
Then they rip the chute, and then you've got probably, I think, 4 or 5 minutes from when you float to the ground, and you've got time to go, oh fuck, I'm so fucking high up right now.
Yeah.
And you're in a harness, and the harness is kind of pulling on you, and you're like, oh man, this is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And then you're like, and then they let you he let me steer. I was like, brother, I could fucking kill us both right now. Like, what the
The way you did that.
yeah, no, because you can like rip like it's,
yeah,
and
yeah.
he's like, give this one a pull, and then I wasn't pulling it because I was fucking shitting myself, so I wasn't pulling it real hard. So like, you pull the right one, you go right; you pull the left one, you go left. He goes, no, give it a proper tug. He rips it, and we just go into this downward spiral. I was like, can't. What are you? So that was fucking nuts. Then there's the landing. So the big thing they tell you is like, you can fuck everyone, like where you can get hurt's the landing, because you come in pretty hot and you've got to tuck your legs up like an L,
Yeah.
and like sort of skid so your ass hits the ground.
Yeah.
So I was wearing my brand new, shout out on the Chew clothing, my brand new on the Chew grey tracky dacks, because it was quite a crisp spring morning.
Yes. Yeah.
Crisp 7:30 down at Belmont there, ocean wind, not warm. Grey, straight in the dirt, straight on the ass, looked like I'd shit myself, which I did, but it didn't take, what did it take us, 19 minutes to mention shit.
Yeah. We got there.
I've come in, brand new trackies, bang, straight on the turf, big shit mark right on my butt cheeks. Amazing. Then went for a coffee and a feed with the old boy and my brother, and debriefed. Fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Like fucking nearly the most fun I've had ever, I would say. It was fucking
mate,
awesome.
That adrenaline, and then just like the sheer euphoria and dopamine you would get from like surviving, like, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
like you talk about primitive brain, that's just happened. Your brain just going, ah!
We nearly died, and now we didn't. It's mad.
Yeah, that's tight.
That's great news.
This is grouse. I'm living.
This is good. Let's continue to live. So that was fucking awesome. And then what else happened? So that was Sunday. Then the rest of Sunday was obviously great. Had a great cat nap that Arvo. Obviously coming down after quite a fucking, had a catsy, hit the, new lounge. Bro, so many good things have happened in the last fucking week.
Fucking oath, mate.
New lounge, which I have been given a fucking hiding to.
Yeah.
I've just been fucking hammering this beautiful new lounge in my new kingdom.
Laying up.
Oh my
Hitting
God.
the sideways, legs out.
It's got an aircon straight above it too, so I'm fucking not going to get off the thing in summer.
And mate, it's how good's the weather been? Past few days.
I mean, these shirts, great conditions for these shirts.
This will make any weather good.
So sick. Polaris, my boys Polaris, heavy music band out of Sydney, new album.
I did see you post that. It's heavy metal, is it?
It's like, new metal, like, you know.
Not my cuppa, but hey, I respect your taste.
Brand new Polaris album, bit of a heavy story with it too with the boys, but and also they're in Newy next Wednesday, so going to see Polaris on Wednesday night.
Oh.
Shane Gillis, brand new comedy special from my favourite comedian ever, Shane Gillis.
And you haven't watched it yet?
I haven't seen it. I'm saving it. I'm going to get high this weekend and watch it.
I'm not going to spoil anything at all, but I should have taken your word the first time you mentioned that cunt.
I've been hammering his cock for like probably 2 years now.
And then so at work, a bloke was like, we're talking about podcasts, blah blah blah, and he's like, oh yeah, fucking Matt and Shane's secret podcast. I was like, oh, my mate Bluey has just been telling me to do it for ages,
religiously,
and I haven't bothered. And I'm like, righto, it's got a second cosign. I haven't fully checked the pod.
Generally, two cosigns, because anyone can tell you about a podcast.
Exactly.
I mean, which you guys listening to this should be doing with your friends. You should be telling your friends. But one's fine. Anyone can tell you about one good podcast. When a second person tips you up about the same podcast, it's time to go for a look.
Exactly. And that's what I've done. Well, more so I've checked out him. I listened to one podcast and I did have a laugh, but I was like, nah, I need to check his stand-up.
He's got one on YouTube called Live in Austin.
That's the one I watched. So I've seen that.
Hilarious.
He does it right, bro, and I see so much why you like him.
And also, he's just a big fat pisshead.
And he's just standing there saying, here's some shit that I find funny. Too many comedians are trying to do too much for my enjoyment. Again, like there's a lot of them with success.
Do less.
Yeah, sometimes that's how I feel when I watch comedians. Shane Gillis is just going up and just saying, I find this fucking funny, and then does a Trump impression, and it's hilarious.
And it's fucking very good.
Yeah.
So
he does an Australian impression, bro.
Yeah. Well, so when
it's grouse.
We saw him. He was at the Factory Theatre. It was awesome. It was also shameful. He was at the Factory Theatre in Sydney last August. Also, one of the great days of my life. Did the bridge climb with my missus in the morning. And then went and saw Shane Gillis that night, and it was just like, he's big, but there was 500 people there, so it was like,
this is his first Netflix special.
Yeah, and it was his first time in Australia. We went to a long lunch before it, blacked out drunk, so don't remember the show. Remember bits of the show. Remember his Aussie impression, which was hilarious.
Me and my missus was so impressed.
He's very funny. Yeah. Met him after the show, don't remember it. I have photos of it, thankfully, but was completely blacked out. So it was the bride. We were fucking hammered.
Well, that's right. It's a matter of time before he's on the show.
I mean, Shane, if you're listening, we'd love to have you, mate. We'd love to have you.
It'd be an honour.
We'd love to, or we'll come to you. We'll come to Matt and Shane, whatever.
Yeah, just put us up.
But so new Polaris, new Shane Gillis, new Protect Our Parks, which is with Gillis on Rogan, which I'm saving all this for the weekend. I'm gonna have a very
and now that I'm a Gillis fan, I'll check that as well.
That's a 5-hour option too.
Yeah, because you've been hammering Protect Our Parks.
Protect Our Parks 9.
Yeah.
Which, if you don't know what that is, if there's any Joe Rogan fans out there, it's Ari Shaffir, Joe Rogan, Mark Normand, and Shane Gillis, and they just get together and get obliterated.
Which I'm 50-50 on Rogan, but Protect Our Park sounds like it's more of a fun atmosphere.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. I'm a big Rogan fan, and it's very good. So I've got that up. I've got Gillis' new special and Protect Our Parks up my sleeve. There's going to be a fucking heavy lounge session this weekend. And there was something
Knights
else.
W.
Knights got the dub. Knights got the home semi this week. And I just got
have tickets for that.
No, I don't. But I did just get a text literally driving to the show. One of the boys has a spare for the UFC this weekend in Sydney. It's fucking...
And you're gifting it for me.
It's fucking Sunday and it's $320. So
are you thinking about going?
I'm thinking very seriously about going. I literally, as I got in my car to drive here, one of the boys said, "Mate, I've got a spare for the UFC on Sundays, $320 if you want it." And I was like, "That would be once in a lot." It's Izzy Strickland, which we'll get into in sport. We'll get into in sport. But
it's gonna be sick,
mate. The
Seeing
Lord,
that shit live, bro.
I've had a bountiful week, and not to mention the shirts,
These could be the good luck,
mate. Mate. Very, very, very real possibility that these are a good luck charm. Just a bountiful. I got to check my notes because there was so much good shit I had to talk about that's happened this week. I'm fucking been shot up the arse with a rainbow this week. It's been fucking comical.
That's great. I'm fucking happy to hear it.
Nah. Oh yeah. There is something else.
The cherry on top.
We can touch on it more in sport, but so I finished outright second in the tipping comp. Like finished outright second. There was cash. I've walked away with about $400 from the tipping comp.
Oh, bro. Well, that's paid for your UFC ticket.
I didn't even think about that.
Bruh.
Oh my God, I'm going.
That's God's plan.
Like just proper one of them weeks. You know, you have them weeks where it's just
clicking.
The dominoes, and it's through no fault of my own. I've done nothing. This is just shit that's happened to me. I'm blessed. Universe, karma, whatever you want to call it. Just one of them weeks where you're just like, damn, this has been fucking nice.
Hey, everyone gets their turn. Everyone gets their turn in the sun, and it's just come around to blue.
It's been my week. Can I get you another beer, mate? Because this is a celebratory. This is a fucking party cast.
I actually found out that I'm not working tomorrow either, so these are going down good.
Fuck, I am. I can't get too drunk. It's been the week of doom. Is that all? Are we caught up?
Mate, that sounds like a catch up to me. I'll say it one more time. Go grab the shirts if you want to support the show. You have a laugh. You think they're good, which if you don't think they're good, your eyes are fucking painted on.
You're an idiot, but that's fine.
Are you fucking dumb or stupid?
All right. That's enough. Should we get into some news?
Let's do some
Let's talk news.
8 minutes ago, we got an order.
Let's go.
11 minutes ago, we got an order.
Let's go.
20 minutes ago, we got an order.
Are you kidding? What are we up to?
An alleged drunk driver was arrested after accidentally calling police to report on his own dumb behaviour.
So he's dobbed himself in. Where in the world was this?
Nebraska.
Authorities
in Nebraska just released new audio and video of drivers called 911 in March. The man was driving along US 77 in Lancaster Country. Here's what could be heard telling the 911 operator.
So have we got audio right now?
I'll get you to chuck the headphones on for this one because this is shocking.
I'm on Highway 77 going north, and there's somebody that is on the wrong side of the road.
And then did you see what color or type of vehicle it was?
No, he had his brights on, man. He almost ran me off the road.
Which direction is he?
You could already pick
north
his
or
pissed
south?
off.
I am going northbound on 77. He was going southbound. I am on the east lane. He was on the west lane. Dude, he almost hit me, so I was like, holy
Okay. Can an officer or deputy contact you if they have questions about what
Also
you saw?
using the phone.
No, you're good. I was just like, holy
Deputies know so they can go try to locate the vehicle.
Yeah, that was gnarly. That was like a lot.
There's footage that accompanies that video of it's dash cam footage from the coppers, and they are actually not far behind the guy that's making the call from his car. He's in the opposite lane.
He's the one on the wrong side of the road.
What a fucking lunatic. Drunk driving, never funny. Never ever do it, anyone. But I believe Josh Papali'i, and I could be wrong. This could be a big fuck up, but I'm pretty sure like a couple of pre-seasons ago, classic NRL pre-season scandal, milk front rower Josh Papali'i dobbed himself in for drunk driving. Like got paro, like rang the cops and was like got up and like felt bad and like dobbed himself in while he was still paro for drunk driving.
Wow, the guilt just ate him.
I think he was still drunk at the time.
Yeah.
There was another one. It happened in Newcastle East not that long ago. Newcastle East, where the police station is here in our great city, Newcastle. And this fella's shit-faced. He's been boozing all night. He's got in his car out the front of the police station, sideswiped, parked between two cop cars, hit them both on the way out.
Kind of respect.
Yeah, kind of.
Not actually, but that's just fucking, like, that's just ridiculous.
Kind of, you're in heaps of shit.
Yeah, kind of like, talk about fucking head noise.
Yeah, that would be the worst ever.
Being drunk enough, or like, because he's not foreign, he's from America, to be ringing up about someone on the wrong side of the road and you're the one on the wrong side of the road.
It was you, brother.
Yeah, hey. get on the right side of the road. You ever had any accidental like fuck ups on the road? Maybe taking a turn like in Sydney. Like I've nearly taken some fucking.
But I've had one fine ever. I did a U-bolt at a set of lights. I was picking my drunk missus up and I seen her in the gutter and I drove past and did a U-bolt and a set of lights, and that's the only time I've ever got in trouble like on the road. I've never had a speeding fine. I've had a few parking fines as everyone gets, but
parking fines.
I'm a fucking I can't afford to drive fucking like a dickhead.
No,
like
no.
Like I mean, like financially and with my job, like I'm a good boy, a very good boy. All right, Gabe, preface this next story for me because I have no idea who this person is.
I think it's Christian Rock. Was that what I've written there, mate?
Christian Rock. Any relation to Chris Rock, the comedian?
No. Do you know who Blueface is by chance?
Blueface, baby.
Yeah. Oh, that was spot on.
I know.
Can you do that?
This is me, Blueface.
Hey.
Bluey face.
Blueface,
baby.
Famous for a couple of songs, mate. So Thotiana went crazy, 3, 4, 5 years ago
Bust
now?
down, Tatiana.
Yeah. This woman was a famous reality TV star, went on a show that he had, don't know where it aired, but basically he just got a bunch of OnlyFans girls in his house and like made himself the Bachelor in a way.
Respect. It's every bloke's dream.
He's ended up with her and they on like Twitter, Instagram, blah, blah, blah. They just have a fucking like, it's just drama, reality TV, Jersey Shore type shit, but it's like real. Like he's like, don't quote me on this, but I think there's footage of him like maybe hitting her, him like her like calling him crazy names, and they're always on and off, getting back together. So it's his.
Sounds like chick shit.
It's his baby mama.
Yeah.
And you can click on this video if you want, but I'm here to show you is something that'll piss you off, and that internet age. She has Instagram lived herself giving a birth.
Is it Blueface's baby?
Yeah. It's Blueface, baby.
Blueface, baby.
She's got someone to film her giving birth on Instagram Live. No shots of the mutt, but she's there in pain giving birth.
Well, I mean, when that's your job, everything's content, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's just, I'd say she's just fucking no days off.
That's insanity, bro.
No, I'm with Christian Rock on this one. No days off. When you're in the content game like we are, no days off. You're giving birth, that's content.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's true. I mean, I did eat cheese on a burger for the sake of content.
So everything's content, mate, when you're in the game. For real, that is fucking nuts.
Yeah.
That is fucking crap from her.
Isn't it insane that nothing is off
Nothing's
limits?
Sacred anymore, Gabe.
Nothing.
It bothers me. So it was, for real, is Blueface's baby?
Yeah, it's Blueface, baby.
Blueface, baby. He's a fucking idiot for letting that happen. That's bad fathering. I can't imagine. I mean, I don't know Blueface personally, but I can't imagine he's going to be a great dad. I don't know. Yeah. He could be. You know what? I shouldn't say that. Could be a great dad. Happy Father's Day, Blueface, baby. Happy Father's Day, Blueface, baby. But I mean, that's fucking just insane behaviour from those guys.
Just humour me for a second.
Humour me.
You're having birth. Well, sorry, you're not having birth. Your partner's having birth.
I've given birth out of my ass a few times. But
well, you can imagine that if you want. But you're in the hospital bed. The nurses are there. They're calming you down. You're having contractions. You're in pain. You know, let's make it back to your missus. Your missus is there. She's having contractions in pain. And you're like, oh, it's all right. It's all right. I got you. Like, it's all good. She goes, what the fuck are you doing? Get the camera.
Go live right now.
Go live right now. And you're like, what? She's like, go fucking live.
If she did that, that kid would be growing up without a dad. I'd be gone. See ya.
Hitting sticks.
Let me know how much child support is.
Yeah. Because I clearly didn't know who you were.
I've got to sell some shirts to make child support. Yeah, that's fucking... But that's... Nothing surprises me anymore.
No, I mean, especially since that I've come into your life and I'm showing you all the things on TikTok and where the world's at.
It annoys me, but it doesn't surprise me.
I subscribe to a lot of dumb content. I watch a video on TikTok, bro, and it's the best shit, and you actually might like it. These guys just break bottles.
Yeah, I'd like that.
They just roll bottles downstairs.
I'd like that.
And it goes for like 3 minutes you're just watching bottles break.
Do you know what I fucking love? Dude Perfect. Do you know what Dude Perfect is?
Yeah, they just
trick shots.
Sick trick shots.
Love that stuff.
This is shit so much better
This is dumber
than that, bro.
or dumber? Yeah, okay.
This shit's so much better. Like, there's just tiled staircase, treadmill, and down the bottom of the stairs, there's cardboard with nails coming out of it.
They just smash it.
And they just put a bottle after bottle after bottle, some glass, some plastic, some jars filled with marbles.
Yeah.
Rolls downstairs, just explosions. It's the most mind-numbing shit.
Yeah.
But it's awesome, cunt.
Yeah. I need a little bit more than that.
I'm disappointed in
Not
myself.
not much more.
I'm disappointed in myself, bro.
Yeah.
I'm watching this and I'm like, this is so dumb. But my brain's just like, oh, look at all that shit.
They
It's
probably
getting smashed.
They probably have like millions of followers.
Heaps.
Yeah,
Ridiculous amount. They have like 300,000 likes. Like, it's crazy.
It's the content game, baby.
Yeah, there's these other ones where they line up jars filled with coloured shit and he'll roll a marble down this thing and he'll like smack that one. It's like built up like a pyramid and they just roll marbles at it till it breaks.
Sounds like it's for kids.
It's awesome.
Sounds like it's for people who don't eat cheese.
Hey, it probably is. But
No, it sounds good. I'll have to check it out.
oh, I can't. I'm gonna own it. I think it's fucking retarded.
This is one of those bits, you know, when you're like telling someone about a video that's sick. You're like, oh, no, you like it. And you're like, yeah, mate.
I don't know. Hey, my male brain is just seeing this shit. I'm like, destruction is sick.
No, it is. I used to love.
Makes me want to go to a smash room.
What was the show? Mythbusters.
Yeah.
Mythbusters, case in point. Like just
explosions.
Just fucking blowing shit up, cutting shit, shooting shit. It's dudes. It's what we like.
Bro, I didn't watch him till this year. Have you like watched any Mr. Beast videos?
No. I'm sure he does exactly that.
He just makes the world's biggest explosions.
Yeah. Mr. Beast he's the king.
He gave a cunt a Ferrari and then was like, but the catch is you have 2 days to build a bunker around it and I'm going to shoot a tank at it.
And if it does it, then your Ferrari's gone.
Yeah.
How'd they go?
A Lambo. He had Lambo and he actually like, he missed the Lambo a couple of times.
How many shots did he get at it?
He had like 20, bro. This dude put like fucking like blow up pools filled with water, and that's what reminded me because he said he got that from Mythbusters.
Yeah,
so
nice.
he put a bunch of fucking like fill up pools there. He put like cinder blocks. He put like other cars in front of it and shit.
Nice.
And then, but like throughout that video, he's also just getting $100,000 worth of dynamite and seeing if it'll blow up a safe.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert: it blows up the fucking safe.
That's why Mr. Beast's the king.
Yeah.
That's why he's the king.
Explosions, destruction, and filming pregnancies.
Shout out Mr. Beast. Shout out Christian Rock and shout out Blueface, baby.
Yeah.
This story excited me because regular listeners of the show will be well aware that we love talking about poo.
It does seem to come up.
It seems to be a constant, whether it's via the dial-ins or just you and I.
We can't escape it.
We can't escape it. So we may as well find some poo news. And this week, some poo news has come across our desk. A Delta flight from Atlanta to Barcelona has been forced to turn back after a passenger suffered, and I've had this myself, a horrific bout of diarrhea that the pilot said affected all the way through the plane. Someone has done an absolute job on the toilets. And the pilots had to turn around and said, this is a biohazard issue. Now, Gabe, this isn't in the mainstream media, but you and I have exclusively obtained audio from the flight. I went to Delta Airlines and said, give me that. As soon as there was a poo story, I said, give me that fucking black box right now.
I need this.
You and I have obtained. This is not a joke, guys. I actually have the audio from this fucking shitstorm, pardon the pun. Feast your ears on this one.
Negative. It's just a biohazard issue. We've had a passenger who had diarrhea all the way through the airplane, so they want us to come back to Atlanta. Negative. It's just.
Can't. Saying diarrhea is just so fucking funny, and you're in a serious situation.
The most serious. Negative. This is a biohazard issue. We've got a passenger who's had
Someone
diarrhea.
has done a big runny poo.
It must have been. I mean, I'll just go back to the article. The word horrific was used. It must have been catastrophic diarrhea to ground a plane. That is fucking berserk, man.
Is the yarn they did a Newy? Like they went back to where they were coming from?
And it landed at Barcelona. I mean, I don't know exactly how far that is, but that's not a close flight. Like, I don't know where Atlanta is geographically in the States, but Barcelona is in Europe.
Right.
That's not a short... I mean, it can't have been far away, or they can't have been... That's fucking... To ground a plane. What did this guy... They went from... Because if they were coming from Barcelona, I'd say he had some Spanish... He must have had a cocktail of...
something spicy.
Barcelona's known for, Spanish food. A lot of MDMA in Barcelona. Cocaine. Like, He might have been
Noted.
chorizo into party into diarrhea.
Yeah.
It could have, but it's not coming from Barcelona. It's come from Atlanta, home of the Atlanta Falcons.
Great little bit of info for you there.
There's one for everyone playing at home. To ground a I mean, that's fucking fair bragging rights. Next time, like, some shit talk gets brought up around the boys, you go, you think that's good? I grounded a plane.
So
That's fucking nuts.
I share one of this mate's stories every other fucking week on this podcast, but due to one of our later podcasts, of course, Pooh talking there, he's like, oh, I got a good one for you. He's like, I was on a plane, young fella, with my dad, blah, blah, blah. He's gone and chucked a deuce in the toilet, one of the all-time deuces. The cunt's not flushing. And then he sees someone, like, get up, go in there. Like, he just has to call it quits. Like, he just has to go, well, that's that. I'm out. And so he sees someone go in there. They come out and they're like, oh, what the
Yeah.
calls the, like, stewardess over.
Oh, no.
And's made a scene. He's, like, just young, shitting himself.
There's witnesses now.
But that's, for pardon the disgustingness of this, that's got to be a juicy shit that's not shutting.
Yeah,
This is a runny poo.
it must have been.
So, did he not make the toilet?
He's obviously, he must have shit himself.
He's had to have shit himself.
Because you can't physically.
You can't turn a plane around because of a runny poo in the toilet.
No, but it's obviously not in the toilet.
That's what I'm saying.
And it's gone through. It's made it to the cockpit.
At least the scent.
And I'm going to, look, I don't want to cast aspersions on this individual, man or woman, we don't know. But if you're the sort of person that's going to get diarrhea, that's going to ground a plane, you're probably not in business class. So they're not going to be sitting near the cockpit. You know what I mean?
It's ran all the way down.
If it's made, well, if it's made it, he's not sitting, he's in cattle class. If you're a person who shits your pants, you're in cattle class.
Hold on, mate. Check this. What if it's one of the pilots? Because that's a huge call to
What,
make.
you reckon a pilot? No. Oh, you think the pilot's
has
shit
shat
himself and gone,
They had a
negative.
big night out in Atlanta. They've gone to one of those strip clubs or maybe like picked up a dodgy kebab burrito on the way to work.
What, the pilot shit himself and then blamed it on a passenger?
Because like you said, that's a long way for a poo to travel, mate.
No, I'm more giving credit to the poo. I'm just saying this is a fucking
One of the all-time runnies.
it's the all-time. This is the all-time. This is the all-time diarrhea ever. To make it from cattle class to the cockpit and be so catastrophic that you've grounded the pilot's gone, fuck this. We're going back to ATL, Atlanta. That's fucking. I mean, that's just bonkers.
Yeah.
That is insane.
That is insanity. I can't give up my suspicion here. I think because to turn a plane around, I mean, there's probably been more go on that are fucking, once you're up there, that's a cunt of a job to get back.
Yeah, and you got to hit
So
it.
if you're flying a plane with shitty pants and like you said, no way it can run all the way through first class.
No, I don't. I think it did. That's why I'm not. I don't think it was the pilot. I think this shit is so. I mean,
That's way more fun to believe.
This is the Chernobyl of fucking diarrheas. This is the.
You see people like who are on like the aisle seats, like watching this thing just like run all the way
Yeah,
down.
something's gone badly wrong. And then to hit air traffic control and be like, we got to come home. There's a fucking.
Big stinky
There's
diarrhea.
a catastrophe. He used the term biohazard, which is fucking 100% correct. It is biohazard. And then can you imagine the dudes in like the white biohazard suits having to go and clean it up? Like when they had to clean the reactor at Chernobyl.
And I mean, like this, like you said, biohazard. It's probably led to some vomiting. This has got to be one of the most fucked plane experiences of all time.
They would have just had to burn this plane.
Yeah, to the ground.
They would have just surely had to just torch this plane. There's no using. This plane's done. This plane is completely finito. Like
feces, vomit.
There's no using this plane again. Just fucking insurance job. Get the boys to pretend they stole it and burn it, and Delta Airlines get another plane because this one's fucking gone.
Delta Rorton, the government.
Delta Airlines, nice little insurance job on their plane. They're just people like us, mate. They do insurance jobs too.
Allegedly.
Speaking of airlines, that leads us very, very nicely into our next story. Now, you would have heard this one's on home soil. Alan Joyce, who is the CEO of Qantas Airlines, has been forced to step down amid some recent controversy with Qantas.
Doing diarrheas on other airlines.
He shit all over. No, he didn't. He did not. That's not why he stood down. Qantas have been doing some dodgy dealings. I'm not sure on the specifics, but they're in a bit of shit at the moment. They got grilled by the consumer watchdog because apparently over COVID, they were pumping up prices. They were selling tickets to flights that got cancelled. They've been limiting supply and pumping up prices. They've been hammered for it, and Alan Joyce, who is their CEO, has been for the last 22 years, has been forced to retire early. And I'm not sure where I'm going with this, but I did want to bring it to the podcast because while Alan Joyce, I mean, what he's done does sound wrong. It sounds like it's definitely the wrong thing to do. I mean, it is a rort, but it's on the little guy. They've been stealing from the poor.
It's a scam.
He's on. I think his bonuses this year like 22 million. Like they've been taking the piss.
He must work hard, man.
But Alan Joyce, for anyone that doesn't know, is two things that I love and two things that after a couple of beers are a lot of fun. Alan Joyce is born in Dublin, so he's Irish, and Alan Joyce is openly gay.
Oh,
so just for purposes of the podcast,
gay Irishman.
He's a gay Irishman, which I don't know if
sounds like a good time.
Gabe, I only brought it to the podcast because it sounds like the best time. there's the two of them, like, bro. If you know, I've spent time in the Emerald Isle. Alan Joyce
and in some men.
And in some men. But Alan Joyce is from Dublin in Ireland. There's no one more fun than the Irish when they get drunk, except the gays. Gay dudes, when they're full of it, like full of piss and whatever else.
Bro, I've heard Mardi Gras is the fucking best time.
It looks like unbelievable. And Alan Joyce is both. Now, I know he's in the shit at the moment, but more so I just wanted to bring this to the pod to reach out to Alan because I know he listens. Bro, when the heat comes off you a little bit, if you want to catch up for a drink, I fucking love that because I reckon plus he's a multi-millionaire. He could
Millionaire,
be
gay Irish.
Could be the fucking most fun. It's right up my alley. Mate, because I love partying with Irish, gay dudes, and blokes who pay for shit. So
that third one's a biggie.
And I know Alan Joyce is married and I'm straight, so that won't work out. But yeah, I just wanted to bring it to the podcast because he's getting a bit of heat at the moment, and rightfully so. He's done the wrong thing, but I think he could be fucking heaps of fun.
I have heard, honestly, from straight people, nothing but good things about gay bars. I've never been to one myself.
The most fun.
But going in a group setting, I'm okay with.
The most fun. I go by myself. I don't worry. I don't need to be with my mates. I'll go to a gay bar. It's the most fun.
Yeah. Do you get hit on and shit?
Well, it's an ego thing because you do get hit on. But also...
And being on the side of the fence where that doesn't happen to you often at a bar, it's good for like 15 minutes.
It's a nice novelty.
I'm handsome to someone.
But yeah. But the Irish know how to party. Gay dudes definitely
great
know how to party.
Accents.
I mean, Alan Joyce, I know you're in the shit at the moment, mate, but I'm thinking of you. In Newcastle news this week, two budding young entrepreneurs have launched their own line of podcast merchandise. If you missed it earlier in the show or earlier in the week on social media, there's some merch to be bought, guys. Rort, what is it?
WWOR
Rort shirts are now on sale. You can get them for the next 2 weeks. It's a pre-sale. You can get them for 2 weeks. The way it'll work is pre-sale, 2 weeks of selling, then they go to print, then they come out. So
I'll do some talking. If you get in the first week, maybe we can get that first batch starting to get printed. I'm not going to make any promises there.
I'm going to say you'll have them for the NRL Grand Final. You'll be able to. That gives us 4 weeks. I'm going to say they'll be in your possession, on your body for the NRL Grand Final to get shit-faced on Grand Final day. That's not a promise. That's an estimate. In other news, just a quick shout out to our local sporting heroes this week. A few of the boys, in particular Western Suburbs, Rosella's reserve grade boys won the comp. Shout out Hags, Sammy McKenna, a few of the bros. Do you know something interesting that did happen? I was just on my own Mad Monday a fortnight ago. Fucking crook as a dog all week, tired, sad, cranky. These boys won the comp on Saturday. And I've been nothing but jealous. They then went on their silly Sunday Mad Monday. So I was ready to not look at another beer for the rest of my life last week. And I've been nothing but envious of these guys all weekend. Yeah. I've seen heaps of clips of Mad Mondays and very, very jealous. So heaps of Newy boys on Mad Monday this week, and it's made me very, very jealous. That's the Newy news.
WWORweekly.com.
In sporting news this week, your bunnies have completed one of the greatest
downfalls, falls from grace.
Ever since that bloke shit all over that Delta flight and grounded it, this is the greatest pants shitting anyone's ever done ever from your bunnies. First after 11 rounds, being tipped to win the comp, and then just not even, what did they finish, 11th, 8th, 9th? No, well, they didn't finish 8th.
9th or 10th.
Just absolutely diabolical from the bunnies. Another loss on the weekend.
And I've been getting licks left, right and centre in the newsroom. The second that happened, I knew it was coming. Post after post after post. And I'll cop them.
There was a lot of memes about the bunnies missing the 8, as there should be, because that is just fucking crap.
But here's what I'll say. I'll take accountability for what's happened to the Rabbitohs, and here's why.
Why is it your fault?
As we mentioned in the previous podcast, you and I, the power this podcast has brought to us, the influence this podcast has brought to us.
We are starting to shape culture.
I needed to be more considerate of where I was pushing my positive energy. And if you listen back to this podcast, you manipulated me into giving all my positive energy into the Knights, all my belief, all my backing into the Knights, that I forgot that my Rabbitohs needed the support, the verbal support to get them all the way there. I've been here talking to Knights fans, left, right and centre. You've got it. You're on. You should be tipping them. Meanwhile, I forgot about my Rabbitohs. So in a roundabout way, I'm sorry, Rabbitohs fans, and you're welcome, Knights fans.
I don't think there's many bunnies fans listen to this, mate.
Well, that's all right. Top membership. And whatever.
Yeah, fucking, yeah. Good luck next year.
But
how good's that membership's worth
with
fuck
great
all
power,
now.
with great power comes great responsibility.
Exactly.
And I take accountability. Latrell, Cody, Demetrio, Cam Murray.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. But here's what I will say. I can now put two feet on the bandwagon now.
You're in?
I'm in. Of course I'm in.
Yeah. Yeah, I might be on.
It's my I'm the fucking reason they made it, cunt.
I think it's taken them 10 weeks to convince me. I'm not at all.
10 episodes of me telling you to back the cunts.
Yeah. Well, I did just finish second in tip and confidence. Not backing them.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about this weekend's semi-final against the Milk. Sold out fucking instantly.
2 minutes.
I think the members went on sale on Sunday. No, sorry, I think the members might have gone on sale Sunday, Monday, and then Tuesday went on sale to the general public like 10 a.m.
Which a couple members aren't happy.
I think by 10:30, all gone.
Yeah,
like it's completely sold out. I don't think Ponga's going to play. He's been named. I think Hastings might play.
You can beat.
Fucking oath we can, mate. Lockie Miller crushed it last week.
Yeah.
I think Canberra are gone.
Yeah,
I don't want to fucking go off early,
but yeah,
I think I don't think Ponga will play.
I think you can beat him without Ponga. I think he should play though.
No,
but if he's not right, he's not right.
No, he won't play because he doesn't want to. He won't. He's shot. What I'm hearing, I've got some little birdies telling me
whispers.
I don't think he's going to play. But I think we'll be right.
Yeah,
Lockie Miller fucking crushed it last week. He'll do. He's fucking good footballer. He's very good. We'll get the job done. And then what happens after that is just gravy. But I don't know what will happen after that. But exciting stuff.
And it was only the Dragons last week. Like, I backed yous. And I'm not saying don't get up and out of your fucking, but it was only the Dragons. And
they were already on Mad Monday, those fucking losers. They were dog shit. They've been dog shit all year. They were fucking... mate, some of that... I was watching it and I was drunk while I was watching it. I was going obviously had me... Like, I'm a great footballer head on. And I was like, I could have, and like, I'm in horrendous nick at the moment. I could have.
It's the most delusional shit, eh?
Obviously.
You watch it and you just go, you genuinely believe in that moment that you'd make the tackle.
Yeah, I was like, I could have fucking done a better job there. But genuinely, some of that Dragons defense on the weekend, I could have done a better job. You could have done a better job. Your nan could have done a better job. Yeah. The Dragons fucking honked, and we did. But we put out a fucking nearly reserve grade side and fucking still smoked them.
Yeah. There was one ball, I think it was the first try, Saifidi, against a good team. That's an intercept every day of the week. But
Tyson Gamble literally ran across field, the one where he threw it back inside to Tuala. He didn't drop anyone under him, anything. He just literally got it, shifted a little bit to the right, and the bloke just missed him. It was 3-on-3 on a short. Like, it was Dragons were on Mad Monday. Yeah, they were elsewhere.
Gamble has been a mad cunt, but
Campbell's been fucking hectic.
Gamble responsibly,
obviously. But yeah, exciting stuff. I don't know where I'm gonna watch the game on. Well, I might be at the fucking UFC. I might be at so I don't know, because the UFC, what time's the fights on and the footy? I don't even know
Yeah.
This weekend's sporting schedule is berserk.
It is. It's off its
You
head.
got Adesanya versus Strickland, which we'll get into in a sec.
We'll get there.
But the Knights, 4 o'clock on Sunday. Gun games, Brisbane, Melbourne, Penrith Warriors, Sharks, Roosters, Knights, Canberra.
Brisbane, Melbourne.
That's the other
Is
semi-final.
it again?
Yes,
Didn't they already play?
Yeah, there's a semi-final.
Oh, and they finished
they finished second and
fuck, that would actually be grouse because even though they played their half-ass teams the other week, it was a mad game.
Melbourne have
now
won-
all the guns are playing.
Melbourne have won something fucking insane, like their last 11 at Suncorp too. They fucking don't. Melbourne don't lose. It's gonna be a fucking cracking weekend of footy.
I didn't know that was the matchup because I know they just played.
Yeah, they did. And it's just worked out. They play each other again.
That'll be fucking sick.
It's an exciting weekend of sport.
Of rugby league
I
specifically.
don't know where I'm going to watch the game. I mean, I could be in Sydney watching the fights. I might layer up and go to Star City Casino after the fights and fucking what? I don't know.
Well, I got some mates moving house, so they're ready to like have a bit of a house warming.
Yeah.
So maybe boys go there, settle in.
Yeah, it could this weekend. It's gone. Sunday's going to be one of them ones where like I'll stay off it all weekend, and then Sunday will roll around. I'll be like quiet Friday, quiet Saturday, and then Sunday I'll watch some great fights, and then the Knights will get up, and I'll be paralytic Sunday night and just wiping Monday. Red pen through me on Monday. Gone.
Bros, you and I, we're not the best at, we're not grog monsters by any means, but we're not the best at staying off it at the best at times. But spring, that sun being up,
No chance.
bruh,
No chance.
hand me an ice cold beer.
No chance.
It's dangerous.
After
Silly
it's-
season's
after it's-
closing in, and I'm giddy.
After a tough day of graft, it's that, and like sport, it's grand
Exactly.
final time. It's
How do you say no?
In more rugby league news this week, one of my favourite pundits could be my favourite pundit, former Bulldog, former St George Illawarra Dragon, former St Helens Red and White v wearer, James Gemma Graham has absolutely teed off on fringe first grader Andrew Davey this week. If you've missed it through the week, Andrew Davey was at the Bulldogs. He was at Parramatta. He was at Manly, and he's obviously a handy footballer, but he's a fringy. He's come out a lot of talk this week about the culture at the Bulldogs.
Not good enough, you reckon?
Someone's been forced to wrestle more than they wanted to. Andrew Davies piped up and had a bit to say about the culture at the Dogs. Said, I didn't like it when I was there. James Graham has obviously went to a grand final with
He's
the Dogs.
harsh with the Dogs.
What?
He's a Dogs man through and through.
100%. He went to a GF with the boys.
Yeah.
He has fucking teed off deluxe on Triple M.
Yep.
We'll play it for you guys because I had a fucking great giggle at this. We'll let Jimmy do the talking from here on in.
Put himself in the firing line. He came to.
Can I just ask, who's he?
He was a Bulldogs player. He played 2 games for the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs.
Who's he?
Came over
So
from Manly
legend.
this season, and he's come out and basically criticised Cam Serraldo and the Bulldogs, the culture. Let me tell you this. Like, I don't like doing this, but I'm going to say it anyway. I think the truth needs to come out in that situation. Andrew Davey came to the club thinking he was going to play every week, and he got outworked by a 21-year-old called Jacob Preston, and he embarrassed him. And that's why Andrew Davey isn't happy, is because he came under the pretense of, I'm going to play first grade every week, and a 21-year-old put him in his place, and he couldn't get in the team. So he kicks his toys and he pisses off the Parramatta. So unlucky, mate. Like, you didn't like it because you weren't getting picked and you thought you were. And a 21-year-old Jacob Preston, who's been absolutely fantastic, one of the finds of the season, has shoved it up your arse. So
This is
see you later.
Just sensational. You could see that's a little clip that's going around. Jimmy Graham's head is getting pinker by the second.
Yeah, it's a bit of pop off his fucking shoulders.
I am going to reach out to Jammer and see if he'll do the pod because he's got his own podcast.
Yeah.
And I will, because he seems like I'd fucking love to sit down and have a chat with Jimmy Graham.
And he's got some yarns. Yeah, fucking up.
That is fucking hilarious. I love Gordy Tallis. Gordy Tallis just gets a couple of sly barbs in there too. He goes, "Who's that?"
Yeah.
He knows who it is.
He's got to know.
And then he goes. He played He played 2 games for the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs. And Tallis goes, "Oh, club legend."
I actually didn't hear that.
So
That's a hilarious little dig.
that's gun from a couple of like Gordy. jammer, like two hard-nosed old forwards who
Yeah.
just don't, like, because this whole thing that's going on with the Bulldogs and shit at the moment, it's like,
And it would have beaten Jammer a lot.
fuck, mate. Josh Morris just came out and was like, mate, like, so the whole, if you haven't heard it, there's like, apparently a Bulldogs play, they do a thing called shark bait, which fucking,
Feed him to lion shark bait.
we do that. Like,
Yeah.
local league clubs do that, and it's just fucking wrestling practice.
There
And
was a
it's-
good take on it though. I think it was Ben Teo. Did you hear that?
Yeah, Ben Teo's like whatever. But anyway, what happened? No, I'll tell
Yeah,
people
yeah,
what
yeah,
happened.
sorry,
So what happened is like apparently a player got forced to wrestle like 20 blokes in a row.
Because he was late or something?
Because he was late to training.
Yeah.
And then like they're coming out and saying, oh, like that's fucking, what about players' welfare and players' mental health and blah, blah, blah. And there's obviously two takes on it. One is like James Graham, Josh Morris came out and said, mate, when I was playing.
Well, every club does this. Is the thing.
Everyone does
it's
it,
not
bro.
a new thing.
It's not new. It's
Yeah.
fucking old as fucking time.
Yeah.
And Josh Morris said, mate, when I was playing under Des Hazard at the Dogs, we fucking did it every day. Like, and then that's the old school James Graham, Gordon Tallis, Morris coming out and going, these young blokes are fucking soft.
Yeah.
These young blokes are getting fucking soft, which is what I say about my work. What everyone said, what every older generation says about the last one. They say,
Yep.
these blokes are fucking soft.
Yep.
The other argument, which is the Ben Teo argument, is the mental health side of it, the player welfare side of it.
Well. So what Ben Teo said, and like I'm on your side, and like, one of the perspectives is, if you're not respecting your teammates, by rocking up late, you deserve to be punished.
Yeah,
and I subscribe to that.
Don't turn up late.
You fucking, it happens on a footy field. If someone gives away a penalty, the whole team's punished for your penalty. So if you're not going to respect your teammates, learn to turn up on time, blah, blah,
You're getting
blah.
wrestled, brother.
But Teo's take was, yes, this is a fucking fair like thing to do. Every club does it. But if you're using it as a humiliation tactic, opposed to like something fucking, something to promote, I guess, support and actually be wrestling practice, that's where it becomes half an issue.
Yeah.
So if you're there, he goes, you're there to tear him down to bring him back up. But if it's straight up just fucking like fuck you, blah blah blah,
Yeah, but don't be late.
get that up, yeah. But again, yeah,
Don't be late.
Don't be
You
late.
probably wouldn't have done it if
respect,
you-
respect your team.
Yeah, don't be late. You're a professional athlete. Get to training on time.
Yeah.
But it was just fucking awesome seeing James Graham tee off. I had a good giggle at that. And he was like fired up too.
Yeah.
Fucking real fired up.
I don't want to say this, but is always a great intro.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Like, oh, he's about to say
He goes,
some
"I don't
rogue shit.
I don't like doing this. You're about to say something
Yeah.
fucking.
And I'm like, oh, I'm all ears.
He's about to say something crazy.
Yeah. And pretty
Fuck
much
yeah.
just said, fuck you, cunt.
Jammer, we'd love to have you on the pod, mate.
Bring the cheese with you.
I'll be finishing this whiskey and getting up the nerve to message you. In some more local news this week, obviously we all know the UFC is in Sydney this weekend. Izzy Adesanya is fighting Sean Strickland, former neo-Nazi lunatic. I haven't listened to it, but he was on Rogan a month or so ago. Apparently, fucking the bloke is a complete psycho.
Yeah.
And which just backs up what happened a couple of days ago. Obviously, he's in Sydney, stretching his legs in Bondi ahead of his fight on Sunday. A punter has come up to him. Strickland thought it was a fan coming up for a photo. The bloke's then gone, Izzy's going to smash you.
Yeah, Izzy's going to jam you, something like that.
Sledged him. Strickland has responded by uppercutting this bloke in the guts.
Yeah.
He's just punched this bloke straight in the stomach.
Which I'm going to be honest, I'm not that off.
And I love it.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
And I also love Strickland's response to it. He's just completely admitted it to it straight away. He said,
Which is fucking so stupid.
he's quoted here on Fox Sports saying, boom, right in the guts. I'd only been in Australia for a day and I'd already committed an assault.
Which I think's from a JBK interview. So shout out JBK.
Shout out JBK, John Bernard K. Ruse, friend of the show. We will be getting JBK on for
100%.
sure. He's the man. He said, initially, I thought the guy was coming up for a photo. What did he say? Continues the man who raised the white supremacist reckons women belongs in. Oh, this is
Was
is
he
JBK.
actually a white supremacist?
Yeah, he was when he was a kid, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Yeah, this is JBK. So he thought the fan was coming up for a photo. The guy said, "Is he going to fuck you up?" And then Strickland just punched him in the belly.
Yeah.
I think that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I think that's great.
Like, I will admit, and I'm, like, especially a few beers deep, like, yelling from the sideline, like, you know, I've been guilty. But if you, like, fans do think they have too much power.
If you're gonna dish it up,
if you're gonna give him lip,
yeah, you're gonna sometimes you get punched in the belly by
Yeah.
a professional athlete.
And again, you know, he could have been half taking the mick, but again, you got to fucking know who you're talking to. And this cunt's off his chops, bro. His whole thing is like, I'm the controversial guy of the UFC.
Yeah.
Like, I seen him interview this chick, or a chick interview him, and he's like calling her like a 6 and shit. Like, he's fucking so rogue, bro.
I think that's where, obviously,
entertaining as fuck.
that's where it's going now, though. Like, that was the whole thing with Colby Covington, was like they were going to cut him. And then because he was like, he's a good fighter, but like he's just not, no one wants to watch him. And then he's like, oh, well, I'm a Trump guy now and I'm a psycho. And I was like, oh, fuck. Like, and he's still the same, you know, he's
Same ability, but now I say rogue shit that people want to see me.
But
get bashed.
I also love watching it. Like, it's
of
great.
course, yeah.
Fuck, I'm going to go on Sunday. I'm going to text this guy right now.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
going.
convinced?
Yeah,
He's got a nip of the sheepdog and he's
gotta
going,
go.
fuck it, I'm going.
I got to go. I have to go.
Film it, yell out something at this cunt.
Yeah, I'll see if I can get Strickland to belt me.
Bro, yell some rogue shit at Strickland. Even though I just ripped on people for saying they think they have too much power.
I'm going to do it. Should we get into the choose?
I mean, yeah. UFC's on the weekend. Izzy Adesanya, Sean Strickland. We got Bam Bam.
Yeah, it's going to be a fucking sick weekend of sport. I'm going to go to the fights and wear this.
Yeah, do that. Do what JBK does. I can't get in there with you, but fucking... Look, down the track, you will see Blue and I do some awesome content. Maybe some interviews, maybe some shit like that.
Yeah, but not yet.
Not yet.
All right, guys, it's time for that very special part of the podcast where I eat some food and tell you what I thought about it. It's time for this week's edition of Daily Blue Dial-Ins.
Nope. Cheers.
Nope.
Guys, it's
Sorry, I'm drunk. It's time for this week's edition of Daily Blues Choose.
Guys, it's Chew time. The hoodie on the Chew clothing. I'm sick of fucking telling yous. Unbelievable stuff. Very, very high quality merchandise on the chew.com.au. Fucking legends. Get around them. Today, we are chewing at Excess Espresso in Gateshead. I'm about to jump out of a plane. It's Father's Day when I'm recording this. Going skydiving with the old man, so need to line the gutties, and we're doing that with a bacon and egg roll from Excess Espresso. Just got on the stock, well, what should be a stock order, bacon and egg roll, cheese, avo, Barbie sauce. Didn't get a hash brown, regretting it.
Yeah, you should be.
But this thing looks fucking insane. Holy shit. I'm sure the girl behind the counter balls the order up because it only cost $8 with the extras. So
Not bad.
Anyway, let's chew.
Bun looked good. Oh, there's a nod.
Beautiful, soft, like brioche roll. Good. Egg everywhere. Great stuff.
Cheese on the lips. Wait for a second.
I've got to run because I'm going skydiving. Outstanding.
8?
Bonus points for the fucking the price up. Bacon and egg roll from Excess Espresso. 7.6. Chew on.
How about the fucking cheese on the
Yeah,
lips?
cheese all over my face for audio listeners there. It was good. I fucked up. I should have got a hash brown on it, and it was nice, but it was a brioche roll, so it was super soft. And
I love them.
I love them too, but
Yeah.
it was fucking. The hash brown might have stiffened it up a bit.
Good
It was
yarn.
floppy. I need a bit of a splint, if you will, like something to
something
firm
to
it up.
get through.
Something to fucking grab a hold of.
Yeah.
And it had yolk everywhere. It was fucking great, and I was kind of rushing too. But yeah, Excess Espresso there in Gateshead, they did good work. And shout out to the girl who took my order because you definitely didn't charge me enough for that. So
7.6.
7.6, huge respect. Now, not earlier, now it is time for this week's edition of Daily Blue Dial-Ins, and you guys have fucking knocked it out of the park once again. Say no more. Put your headphones on, Gabe, and let's get into this week's edition of the fucking Lunatic Asylum.
Big dicks. Just another Lockie here again. Hey,
kidding.
food suggestion for yous. Go out, buy a block of caramel chocolate, a bag of salted pretzels.
Sounds good, so
Take those bad boys home, melt the caramel chocolate, pour it over the top of the pretzels or dip them in, let it set, and enjoy. Trust me, you will froth them. Whew, just making my dick hard thinking about it. Next, now that you guys have freed all the mighty rockers of the Nickelback fans, what's a guilty pleasure song? Not necessarily from the talent of Nickelback. But anything else? What do you listen to and secretly jam out to in the car? I shamelessly will say that it's NSYNC Bye for me.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, hit me up, boys. Talk to you.
Thanks, Lockie.
Another Lockie. First thing, that treat sounds amazing.
We did ask for some good food combos, so we finally got one.
That sounds sick, but the only thing is, and it's a constant like back and forth with me and the bride, is I'm fucking prioritise over all things convenience. I need...
Yeah, you're having to make it.
Bro, like that does sound fucking sick. And if you made that and brought it to me, no doubt I would be so stoked about it. It does sound awesome. But for me, like I literally had this conversation with my missus on Saturday because we were getting dinner and I was like, we went through Woolies to get a treat. She wanted a sticky date. I was like, that's going to need cooking and ice cream.
Yep.
I'm like, I'm getting a block of Kit Kat because I can open it and eat it.
And go straight away.
The convenience like trumps fucking everything for me, just about every aspect. Second of all, guilty pleasure song. Me personally.
Yeah.
I went through a phase and My Prerogative by Britney Spears. Like when I'm cooking and shit on a Sunday, it's got a good beat to it. It's got a nice rhythm. So a bit of Britney doesn't go astray. What about you, mate?
I just had to go looking because I have so many. Then I was like, but like I never like them. Like I go to playlists to find them, and this is near the fucking top of my list. Beyonce, Love on Top.
Great song.
Any fucking 2000s, 2010s Beyonce.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Queen Bee. You can't. Queen Bee is...
She was my first ever crush.
Tough to beat.
Yeah.
Bit of dark chocolate.
You know me, bro.
Damn, you did grow up in the country.
Whatever the fuck that means.
Hey boys, Smarty here.
Smarty.
On the topic of weird food combinations, back when I was at boarding school, I'd have a peanut butter and jam and Vegemite sandwich.
Oh.
So you got 3 slices of bread, obviously, Wonder White's finest. Then you go Vegemite, peanut butter, sandwich those two together, and then on your peanut butter slice,
jam it.
Put another layer of peanut butter on top. Then finish her off with jam and your 3rd slice of bread, and you're good to go. Taste fucking mint and was like perfect combo of sweet and salty.
Building yourself a triple decker out of Wonder White, fucking hilarious.
Yeah, and I mean, we'll have to try it. You know what we fucking should be doing is trying this shit. Like I should be. We'll do
the video separately.
If I was half as committed to this podcast as I am, and half as committed as
Chris Sean,
as Krishawn Rock,
to content,
exactly, I'd be fucking sampling these things as separate content.
Maybe that's what we'd do. Maybe.
I will do it.
Yeah.
I will do it. I'll do Devon and Nutella, and I will do the peanut butter, Vegemite and jam sandwich, and any of the other fucking garbage that these cunts have rang in with.
Yeah, fucking, I'll come
but
round,
that sounds
or you come
good.
here. We'll G up the Devon and Nutella.
It'll be like Dana White's Fuck It Fridays.
Yeah.
But I'll do delicious dial-ins. Whatever. We'll work on the title.
Delicious dial-ins.
We'll work on the title.
But I'm getting in on that.
That sounds good. You've inspired some content there, Mr. Dial-In. You left yourself anonymous, but great stuff. SS. Great stuff, brother.
Oi, gay cunt and ranger. You pair of fucking dad kisses. Now, this is to do with your little spiel about fucking what condiments you mix together on your bread or
People
fucking whatever.
love the food, yeah.
Now, Vegemite and honey on toast is god tier shit. If you get the mix right, it's like a bit of sweet and sour. It's just fucking, it's great.
Love it. Like kissing your dad.
Right. Bluey, love ya.
Love
Gabe.
you too.
Fuck off.
Yeah, I think we are going to have to start some content where we eat some of this stuff.
Can I ask you a real question?
Yeah, of course you can, mate.
Where do you really stand on Vegemite?
Time and a place.
Yeah.
I'm not like I don't love it. I definitely don't hate it. But like,
when's the last time you bought it?
Nah, it's always in there. It's fucking one of those things. It's always in the house.
Somehow,
I didn't fucking buy it. And I didn't buy it, and I don't remember being on a shop where it was bought. But I've fucking always got a jar in the pantry.
Yep. It's been there since 1998.
Oh, fuck knows. But yeah, It's taken 12 weeks of people ringing in with shit food ideas, but I think we might have to start trying some of these. That sounds all right. Vegemite and honey, I could get a bit of butter. I could probably get around that.
I think he had peanut butter in there too, didn't he?
I don't know. Anyway. It's too late to
Just
go
want
back.
food as well.
Probably.
Bluey, Gabo, I've been to the footy. I'm fuck-eyed.
Yeah,
and we're
I know.
just listening to fucking Nickelback on the way home.
Let's go.
Yes.
Fucking chew on, boys.
Chew
Up the
on.
Nutella nuts.
Yeah.
More Nutella nuts.
Nickelback, Nutella nuts, chew on. Let's go. And the footy.
Oi, hate to dim the mood. Old mate talking about Nickelback and guilty pleasure songs, blah, blah, blah. Smash Mouth.
Oh, R.I.P.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. the
Lead
front man
singer.
from Smash Mouth. Yeah, gone but not forgotten.
Because I'm not guilty about listening to them. Smash Mouth.
Smash Mouth fucking rule.
Yeah, Smash Mouth rules.
Soundtrack Shrek. Rockstar.
One of the great marketing fucking moves, soundtracking Shrek.
All Star.
All Star.
I mean,
yeah, you tried to merge them together.
It's a close second behind Spider-Man and Nickelback teaming up on Hero.
Yeah, Smash Mouth.
Smash
and Shrek.
Mouth and Shrek with All Star, possibly the greatest movie soundtrack commissioned by a movie studio ever.
Accidentally in Love. I don't know if that's what it's called, but is that Smash Mouth too?
That's
I know it's
good.
from Shrek. Accidentally.
No, that's Counting Crows.
Well, it's in Shrek.
That's Counting Crows. Anyway,
Fuck, Shrek's got a good soundtrack.
R.I.P. front man from Smash Mouth.
R.I.P. mate.
Rest in peace, brother. He brought us a lot of fucking good times.
True, very true.
Boys, Dallas from To The Point podcast. Phoner for you.
Giving himself
Sex
up.
injuries. What's your worst? I only ask because at the ripe old age of 31, I had my first one. Went to a very prominent Springs establishment in Melbourne.
Is that a knock shop?
And early, and obviously it's a very romantic place, and the missus starts getting a bit frisky.
Maybe.
Before I know it, she's wanting it in the tub there and there. Now, I tried my best. I'm like, "Fuck, what's going on?"
In the tub.
Oh, that hurts. Goes in, get it done. Anyway, pull it out.
Get it done.
Oh no. Snapped banjo string. Gone. Kaput. I've given myself the old circumcision. Blood everywhere.
No.
Don't go into there anymore. Peace out, boys. Well done.
Yeah, I've done that years ago, eh?
What?
Yeah, fucking probably a decade and a bit ago. Snapped the banjo string.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Terrifying.
What?
Blood
Cunt?
everywhere. Most pain. Yeah, bad.
This is the gayest question I'm about to ask. What does your dick look like? Do they fix it up, or
No, it's just, you just fucking.
do you still have a foreskin?
Yeah. It's just it's fucking nuts.
This is insanity.
Yeah. It's fucking bad. And
Well, I
the blood.
suppose that's the answer to his question.
Yeah, because you're engorged, because you're erect at the time, just fucking blood everywhere, and it doesn't stop bleeding. And
Do you feel it at the time?
yeah, it fucking hurt. And at the time, you kind of like, you can get through, and then you're like, oh, what the fuck's going on here? And then after, it's like excruciating. It's bad.
I'm in so much
Yeah.
shock that's obviously it's at least half.
It would be like, there would be many men listening to this podcast right now that'd be like, me too, brother.
Wow.
Yeah, it's fucking.
Yeah, I don't know, mate. I've probably just had like a fucking cramp or something. So fucking, I feel bad for you, cunts.
Carpet burn on the knees.
Before we go on, I should have said this in the fucking catch up. You remind me because he said 31. I got alphaed at the gym today in like the most subtle way. Like I go.
I'm 31 too.
Yeah, well, he would have been a little bit older than you boys. But like I go there, I do like 4 exercise and go for like a 10-minute run. Like I just go to feel good.
Just to feel good, mate.
I go there, I go for a 8 to 10-minute run, but like it's like walk, jog.
Yep.
I walk up to the treadmill and this bloke's like been jogging since like I walk up to it. And like I go for a run, slow it down, go for a jog again, and I stop and I'm like blowing. I put my hands on my head and he's just been jogging the whole time. And as I'm getting off it, he just looks at me and just smirks at me as I walk off. He would have been like 30, like 35. I could have been a dad.
That's what we do, big dogs.
And he just like, it was the most subtle alpha moment.
You got big dogged.
And at the time I was like, fuck you. But then I was like, nah, fair.
Should have Strickland him, mate. Should have just punched him straight in the guts.
Don't give me that look, cunt.
I know plenty of blokes that just like, they just.
He would have got off on it so hard.
I don't know. I know plenty of blokes that like things like that happen and they just like, I'm just letting my hands go, hey. They just punch first and ask questions later. You should have Sean Strickland's one of them. My close friend, Sean Strickland. People do that and he's like, I'm not even going to think about this. I'm just going to punch you.
Yeah. I don't know how long ago you got there, but there comes a point, it seems in every man's life where like they love just putting it over young fellas. And
I've been there for the last 2 years.
So it was 30s. 30s when it's hit.
Pretty much when you hit 30, it's just like anyone. Yeah.
Anytime you put it over a young fella, like you're just filled
pretty
with
much
joy.
29 and a half. And once you hit, like you're on the cusp of 30, anyone under the age of 25.
If you beat them in anything.
Or you hate them.
Yeah.
It's not even, you don't even have to beat them. You just despise them. And then when you get the chance to put it over them, you don't waste it and you let them know that, yes, I'm older than you and I'm better than you.
The more I'm thinking about it, like I didn't think anything of that cunt being next to me, but that whole time he's just going, I'm jogging till this cunt fucking leaves. Yeah.
And I bet you the second you left, he would have collapsed nearly from exhaustion. He would have been like, caught that young fella. And then once you left, he would have been like,
fell over. Yeah. Oh, that's so fucking funny.
Yeah, fuck the young. I'm with him on this one.
Hey, Bluey, big fella.
Big fella.
About last week, the fella that rang in about clogging up the dunnies. Ever since we got new shitters at my house, apparently they're cyclone flush. Every time I have a shit, just about is a double flush. Sometimes 4 or 5.
Fucking hell.
And there's times I've had to just get the fucking dunny brush and just fucking force it down because it just wasn't going.
Rank.
Jesus.
Question for everyone is the most random spot you've had a root. I'm going to have to say mine is front lawn of my mum and dad's joint, doggy style. So what about you guys? Love the potty, boys. Keep it up.
I just got to acknowledge the transition.
Poo to root.
Like, you had this amazing build-up story, by the way. What are you eating to clog your dunny like you are? Don't
4 to 5.
Don't blame the new flush on, like, you are obviously probably a big dude eating big boy feeds. Don't blame the cyclone for your bowel movements. But the transition from
anyway,
he goes, yeah. So anyway, I'm taking these shits that I can't flush. So my question: where's the most random place you've had a root? What? How did you get from there to there? I don't know, but due diligence to the dial-ins will answer the question. Most random place I've had a start. Oh, fuck, mate. Nothing that exotic. Random.
Mine's like out the front of some cunt's house at night.
Yeah.
Like out the front of
bushes.
A nothing I'm proud of.
Nothing, nah. But
young and dumb and however they end that sentence.
Yeah, however that one goes. Shout out, I don't know how you got from...
I love transitions like that. Just going with anyway into the next thing.
Out of nowhere. Anyway, boys, my question, most random place you've had a root. This is Dr. Chase.
Hey, boys, this is Chase from Missouri. I was just wondering, so are you guys going to get Nickelback to sign that cast when you break your arms, patting yourself on the back?
Andy hasn't even heard this podcast yet.
Yeah, Chase, you're in for a rude surprise, my American friend. Yeah, mate, obviously if Nickelback will sign the cast, I will fucking get him to sign it. That's a fucking dumb question. And I don't know, was that supposed to be a sledge because we're patting ourselves on the back for being legends?
Well, I think it's more of the sledge for patting ourselves on the back for the revival of Nickelback. And I won't apologise for that, Chase, because fucking it speaks for itself.
Dr. Chase, lucky you got a fucking...
lucky you got a PhD.
Lucky you got a fucking PhD.
Lucky you're in America.
Hey, boys. It's King Dildo here from the Central Coast.
Self-proclaimed king.
I want to start off by saying fucking great work on the potty.
Thanks, Dale.
Fucking amazing. It's the only thing I look forward to each week.
Thanks, Kid.
I fucking get through. I'm like, oh, fuck. What day is it? Daily Blue fucking weekly. Bang, every Friday. I'm like, that's what I strive for. King Bluey there, champion.
Here we go.
Two kings.
You won the fucking rugby league competition that you're in. I don't care what anyone says to me.
Got knocked out.
You're the fucking king.
Thank you, though, King.
I can't really say that to the person next to you.
Yep.
Who is that? I'm not sure what he is.
You know who it is.
Oh, man.
Doesn't like fucking peanut butter. Doesn't like eggs. And to top it off, doesn't like cheese.
That does top
I'm not sure what I can call him, but fuck you, Gabe. You Gabe.
Great cut off from Dill there.
And actually, King Dildo, was it, from the Central Coast?
Yeah.
I mean, he can say all he wants about you. He still lives on the Central Coast.
Oh, mate.
I was on the Central Coast today. It's a fucking tip. But what I will say, I was on the entrance. The entrance is quite nice. I went to a lolly shop.
Oh, I've been late. You fucking did. I should have just guessed that. Oh, you're up there? Did you go to a lolly shop?
I'll throw it in the newsroom because I've obviously been consuming a berserk amount of sugar lately, and I was like, we went for a walk, and I was like, fuck, there's no Coles or anything. Maybe I'll lay off the chockies today, and then I walked past a genuine massive lolly, like just a lolly shop.
Yeah.
And I'll put it in the newsroom.
Get in there if you know what it is.
Join the newsroom just to see the chocolate I eat every day. Hilarious. But yeah, Dylan, I mean, yeah, Gabe doesn't eat certain foods, but you used to live on the Central Coast. So, I mean, you know, I'd rather be a man that doesn't eat eggs than be a man that lives in Gosford.
Thanks, man.
You probably don't live in Gosford. You're probably somewhere worse.
Blue, Gabe, what's going on?
Hey, man.
Don't really care. Caught up today to talk about the 6, 12, 18, 24 challenge, where you have 4 tasks. You need to do one of them 6 times, 1 12, 1 18, 1 24 times. You must complete all the tasks.
This thing is fucked.
In consecutive order from lowest to highest. That means you need to do all 6 of one thing, then all 12, then all 18, all 24. Your tasks are wanks to have, beers to drink, kilometres to run, and donuts to eat.
Okay.
What order are you doing them in to get it done in under 24 hours? For me, personally, if you can have more than 6 wanks a day, you're a fucking criminal. Yeah. So obviously I'm doing that first.
Definitely. These days anyway.
Then after that, I have a very weak stomach when it comes to sweet things, so I wouldn't be able to stomach any more than 12 donuts. So I'd have to go with them next.
Nah.
Then it's going to be a fucking shit go, but I reckon I'll back myself to run 18 Ks and 24 beers.
Fuck.
Love yous, bye.
So 6 wanks is definitely first.
Yeah, I have to agree. This day and age, going more than fucking 6, I've probably pumped out more than 6 in a day at some point, or maybe just tipping 6.
Fuck.
Go on, confess.
No. I'm giving this some genuine thought. 6 is fucking crazy, but it has to. You can't do any more than 6. That's fucking. You. If you're doing more than 6, I don't want you listening to this podcast. If you're
seek help, seriously.
If you're listening to this podcast and you masturbate more than 6 times a day, you find somewhere else to find another podcast to listen to. So that wanks is first. So 6 wanks.
Now we got donuts, beers, K's run. Is it K's?
It's Ks.
Yeah.
Knock the Ks over. 12 Ks. Then I'm doing 18 beers, which is a fucking stretch. Which is a fucking...
I'm doing it reverse than you. So you're going 18 beers into 24 donuts?
I'm going... Yeah, 18 beers, 24 donuts.
Yeah.
Reason being, logic behind it. So, obviously, wanks, that has to be done that way. There's no other option for that.
Yeah.
12 Ks, because then I work up a nice thirst. I go on a massive... And you got to do it in 24 hours.
Yeah.
So let me talk to you about the timing of it. Get up, try and knock your wanks over as quick as you can.
Oh, and that's like 6 a.m. too. So it has to be wanks first.
Well, yeah, so 6 a.m. Yeah, you do. You got to, because then you can't do that. Yeah, but so say 6 a.m. rise. But this is the day. So the day goes 6 a.m. rise. If you could have your wanks knocked over by fucking 10, 12, midday. A wank an hour for 6 hours, right?
Yeah.
6 or 12, that's your 6 wanks.
I reckon your first 2 wank, you could get it under that.
Yeah, but I'm saying stretch them.
Yep.
So from 12 till, I don't know how long it'll take me to run fucking 12 Ks.
Yeah,
but
I don't know either.
Say I cruise and it takes me fucking 4 hours, right?
Yeah. So
it's 4 p.m.
Yep.
So I've got me Ks in the belt. Then I just get straight on the piss. So big day drinking session from 4 till fucking...
You might have a good point because you're going to be more... After the
then
beers,
I'm
you're just a
hungover,
slob.
and then I'm just into the... I won't eat. I'm hungry from the drink and the run, and then it's donuts. And I know I could eat 24 donuts.
Yeah.
Are they G-free donuts?
Oh, look,
have you had G-free?
I haven't.
If they're G-free, I could eat 50 of them.
Yeah.
They're light. They're... Shout out G-free, reach out. reach out. Anyway, that's how I'm going about that one. What about
Yeah,
yourself?
I was like the first two. I'm the same. I was gonna reverse the other two and do the 24 beers, but getting blind, you're just
Yeah.
gonna be more likely to stuff yourself.
You could probably, realistically, you could get blind. You could have half your donuts before you go to bed, get up, have the other 12 with your hangover before 6 a.m.
and because it's a challenge,
Yeah.
like you could smack
Yeah.
the beers quick.
I genuinely, that's another thing. We're talking content. I will have a crack at that.
6 wanks.
Maybe not the six. Maybe not. Maybe we leave the 6. You just have to take my word.
Don't say you'll genuinely have a crack at this.
No,
'cause
I'll
you
do
won't.
it. You're not going to film the 6 wanks though. But you just have to take my word if I did it or not. And I will be honest and be like, yeah, yes or no.
Are you saying right now that you were going to attempt this?
No, I said I would. Maybe. Let's see.
Bluey, Gabe, how you going? Bowie,
Good,
both a
Bowie.
sex pest. Not to be confused with that fuckwit last week that wants the bloke at the servo to put his sauce on his fucking pie for him.
Good.
Fucking dickhead, we're not all bad. Anyway, I got a hypothetical for you. Gabe, you don't have to answer this because I already know you'll do it because you're a dirty cunt.
Fair.
Right? So, the hypothetical is you go to the shops, right? You get to the self-serve, anything you want to buy, someone will pay for it for you. But there's a catch. Bloke comes up to you, licks his finger, and he sticks his finger up your dot. Right? So the finger goes up your dot for 1 second per dollar you spend. Are you taking it? Like, it's all right if you've just got to, duck in and get a couple of things from Woolies, but what about when it's you're around at the pub with the boys, It's a bit fucked because what's around, like $50? That's 50 seconds. You got to do it at the shop. You can't wait till you get home. You can.
So for every dollar you spend, you get a finger put up your ass for a second. So even if you duck in...
Is it just at groceries? Or can it be anywhere?
That's insanity because even if you fucking duck in for a fucking loaf of bread and a thing of milk that costs $9, that's $9...
And you only get 9 seconds of it up there.
I'll pay for my groceries every time. There's no... Yeah, that's insane. I don't even know. How'd you come up with that?
I'll take a finger up the dot.
What, for free groceries?
Oh,
what's your weekly shop? What's your
groceries
weekly... I think he sounded like it. What's your weekly shop cost?
Oh, I just wanted to finger up the dot.
Yeah, you heard finger up the dot and you were in.
Oh, yeah, I was in.
You were in.
Sold.
This one could be a little bit quiet. This one got emailed to us.
Morning, boys. Amanda here. I just wanted to quickly jump in and say how much I love listening to the potty. I listen to podcasts every day at work, and yours on a Friday morning by far is one of my favourite. It is so good.
Love
I'm
it.
an OG from the first episode, and you guys are crushing it.
Thank you, Amanda.
Just very quickly, I'll try to keep it short, I'm sorry, but you wanted some good food ideas rather than all these bullshit
did.
weird ones people are writing in. So, quickly, I just finished off spaghetti bolognese on toast.
Love it.
So not the
Agreed.
spaghetti, but just the bolognese left over from last
Bolognese.
night's dinner.
Also
Backing
put
it
the
up on a piece of
spaghetti on
toast.
too.
Salt, pepper, grated cheese. Fuck, Gabe, maybe skip the grated cheese.
I will.
We'll try it now that you like cheese on your burgers.
Maybe.
It's delicious. And the other one that I love is a smashed avo bowl. So fry up some bacon. Make sure you keep the fat on it because it gives you that crispy, fatty goodness.
Love fat on
capsicum,
bacon.
onion, and paprika fried all together. Then mix it through a bowl with smashed avocado, salt, and pepper. Oh, that shit is amazing.
We need to start this
love it in
content.
this house. Sorry, Gabe, for ripping it through in the group. I take it all back.
It's all right,
I'm
mate.
super proud of you for growing up and liking the cheese in the burger. Look, I'm a peanut butter addict, but I have to say we had a big jar of Nutella in the house for crepes the other morning, and that
that's
polished
just the
off
email.
real quick. Have an awesome weekend. Love you guys. Keep doing good work. Bye.
Love you too, Amanda. So first of all, we definitely have to the food thing has to happen because that sounded fucking. That was so refreshing. It's been nice having people dial in with not fucking like insane bad food.
Leftover spag bowl, including the pasta on toast, is gone. I've actually done that.
So I'm a huge advocate for, because when I make my spaghetti bowls, because I normally cook in bulk for the week,
Yeah.
and I like to keep my bolognese and my pasta separate until
Smart.
it's meal time. I mean, horses for courses, mate. Not everyone likes that, but when you do that, you do leave yourself open for a nice bolognese on toast. The double starch, because you've got, if I know what you're saying, if you go pasta and bread, can be a little starchy for some punters. Me personally, I love just a nice bit of bread, mince, butter, maybe a bit of cheese, maybe a bit of salt and pepper, like Amanda's suggesting.
Salt and pepper for sure.
are huge. Great. Just nice getting some like sane people on the dialing this week.
Any like leftovers in terms of like if it's got like rice and or like something in it, like chuck that on the toast.
Oh yeah. Oh mate, in a fucking sandwich press, couple of slices of bread in a sandwich press.
Bro, I had this gun idea like I like fucking Madras and Indian.
Madras.
Madras.
Oh, also Amanda. Also before we move on, thank you so much for that dialing. The G in bolognese is soft.
Yeah.
You kept saying bolognese.
Bolognese.
It's just bolognese.
Bolognese.
Like, thank you for the dial-in. Appreciate the support. You're a fucking legend. It's bolognese. It's not bolognese.
Anyway,
go on, Gabe.
What are the like? It's just a sandwich press where like it actually crimps down the sides.
Yeah, it's just like a Jaffline kind of setup.
That's like I put rice, Madras in that. Jaffa
again, you're a bit hard on your vowels there.
Madras.
It's a Madras.
Madras.
Are you talking like a lamb Madras, like a curry?
Yeah.
It's a Madras.
Madras.
Yeah, Madras.
I'm emphasising the wrong letter.
You're putting the emphasis on the wrong vowel. It's Madras. Go on.
Well,
it's like the bolognese. We just.
No, I'm not saying silent letters, cunt.
We
Look,
just
I know
corrected
you have
someone.
a fucking arts degree, but don't come round here. Come round here.
We
right?
just corrected someone. It's Madras.
Now you're bringing me into it.
Madras. You brought it yourself into
I
it.
did not.
Go on.
Anyway, put that in a fucking Jaffa. Bang. Yummy. Try that at home.
Yeah, we are.
The bolognese in a Jaffa would be pretty good
For
too.
sure, we are going to pick one or two things out of the dialings every week and munch them because this is...
As if we didn't get enough food yarns.
If they're good or shit, we will pick... Maybe we pick one good and one terrible every week.
Ooh.
Or maybe we just... Actually, no, the terrible will be funny. It's not going to be good content, me just eating yummy like bolognese on toast. Especially if I have to make it. Because then it's just completely up to my discretion.
Stay tuned, but in a week or two.
Bluey, Gabe, how we doing, boys? It's Smack Daddy here.
Smack Daddy.
Just calling up. Want to know, Bluey, this one's more pertaining to you since, Gabe, you fucking don't work with your hands too often. Any good Toolbox Wars stories or fucking worksite prank stories you got, Blue? I've got a couple of good ones. One before I actually even got into the trades. I inadvertently stitched up a young apprentice by going to a mechanics with a fucking pukeko, which is a flightless bird, long as fuck neck. Ended up smacking it and it got stuck in my grill. Had to go to them to help me get it the fuck out because it was a bit stuck and I didn't want to tear the cunt up. But fucking young apprentice was on leave and they were looking for something to put into his toolbox for when he came back the following week, and they fucking stuck one of those cunts in there. Fucking good laugh. I'd love to hear any stories you got, Blue, or any of the other listeners. Cheers.
So he's hit a bird, it got stuck in his grill, and then they've put it in the apprentice's lunchbox.
Well, I have a similar yarn, shockingly.
What'd you do?
Back when I was working in a factory, like all the boys would have smoko together. And
Macca's going to look like a dickhead here, by the way, because he said...
Yeah, I know, he didn't want anything from me.
But guess what, Macca? Gabe's got something to say, brother.
Shockingly, I used to fucking work with my hands. It's a bit
Sorry,
of hard
mate.
yuck. I know it's hard to believe.
I'm not the only cunt that works with his hands. Go on, Gabe.
A mate there worked for Wyatt, so that's like volunteers, like getting snakes, lizards, and shit out of people's yards.
Ooh, that's a fucking crazy job to do as a volunteer.
Yeah, and I don't know if it was his, but anyway, like he'd handled snakes before as the main part. He's brought this fucking snake in, and my other mate, he wasn't in yet, and we were like, fucking right, we'll get in early. We're gonna put the snake in his lunchbox.
Oh, that's fucking terrifying.
Yeah, and I'm there, like, setting the phone up, filming it, blah, blah, blah. He comes in, you see him walk in the door. You open that shit unsuspectingly. You fucking, but he just gets the hand in and just goes, oh, fuck.
Oh, I just pictured it as you said. It's fucking turned my guts.
Yeah, every other cunt was in on it too. Like, it wasn't a deadly one, obviously, but he fucking shit the gear.
Oh, that's fucked.
Yeah, better than a bird.
That's fucking crazy.
So there you go, Mac Daddy, disrespecting me.
Jesus, Mac Daddy. The only one I could think of, it's not so much a G-up as it is an incident, but there was, I actually wasn't even there. It's one I heard secondhand, but there was a bloke that was allegedly eating people's lunches every day, which is like
hilarious.
Well,
fucked up as.
I don't think it's hilarious because if I got, and this is what happened, but if I got to Smoko and someone had eaten my food, I'd be fucking furious.
Oh, obviously, that's why it's funny.
So apparently this one time, this guy had done it a few times for a few different people, and this is the old place I worked, and the guys have come back for Smoko, and this guy's sitting there eating this guy's smoko as they've walked in, laughing about it, and the bloke whose food he was eating just went and just punched him straight in the face, and it was a huge stink.
Good.
Well, I was like, that's fucking
play on for sure.
Mate,
so deserved,
bro. I'd be fucking furious. It's not a good G up. That's fucked up.
No, like that's not like. That bloke was just poor or something.
You don't touch a man's food.
Yeah, I only think it's funny because it's so fucked. Like, actually, especially when you're working a job that you fucking hate and you're just looking forward to something to eat.
That's your one. If you got a fucking shit manual labor job, that is your fucking like that gets you. That is your carrot. That is your fucking
get me to smoko.
Get me to smoko, and then that'll get me till I knock off.
100%,
bro. And some fucking cunt is it. Oh, that's. I'm getting mad talking about it now.
No, I have nothing against
Sorry,
that
Mac Daddy. That wasn't what you asked for, but that was something that happened.
I have nothing against that bloke for fucking jam.
Oh, no, that's fucking... I got to piss. Is that all right?
Yeah, I got to go again too. Back to the dial.
Blue, mate. I'm Gabe. I'm in a bit of a fucking dilemma here.
He's back at the club again.
It is fucking loud in here, so I do apologise. But fuck me. So there's this one girl, she's my best mate's ex-girlfriend, and she keeps trying to get her new boyfriends to bash me. But I don't see the fucking reason why, because I've not done anything wrong here. But yeah, if you boys could come up with a wee solution for me, I'd be mega grateful. Thank you. And I also apologise for the noise. Got a fucking pit bull blaring in my ears. Can't hear a fucking thing. Thank you, boys. Good night, or good morning, or good evening. Fucking whatever. Go on, sir.
I love the consistency of this gentleman calling in from the clubs. I love that. I mean, his dilemma aside, just the fact that he's out on the piss and he's like, I'm dialing in.
I'm letting the boys know.
and also grateful that you come to us with these problems. Can't say it will probably be any help.
Did he say it was his ex's?
It's his ex's.
I thought he said it was his mate's ex, or no?
Was it his mate's ex's new friends are trying to bash him? Or his ex's mates?
Let's go with that because that's like a more real dilemma.
Anyway, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Braz, if she's the type of operator who's getting her fucking people to try and bash her, it sounds like you dodged a bullet.
I mean, if we learn anything from this podcast, take a leaf out of Sean Strickland's book and just fucking punch him in the belly.
Yeah, just jam him in the belly.
Just give him a sharp one in the guts, and they'll probably leave you alone.
If you're not that type of operator, you could try changing your name, dyeing your hair, go and buy a new alias.
I'd go with a punch in the belly. That'll sort things out very quickly, my friend.
One way or another.
Bluey, Gav again.
Gav.
Another one for the Daily Poo dial-ins. A shit that you've had to fucking flush more than once. I can't take the credit for this one. An anonymous mate of mine named Matt, you fucking pussy, do your own dirty work next time.
Yeah, Matt, you pussy.
This poor cunt at work decided that he'd fucking go take a shit, as you do. And when he'd fucking gone to flush the cunt, obviously didn't go down. So rather than doing what most fucking men of my caliber would do and just leave it for the next cunt, he's walked up to the receptionist and said, oh, there's a bit of a problem in here. The toilet's not flushing. Might have to get this looked at. Anywho, he's fucking created a bond stronger than family with the receptionist at this point. He's told her about his fucking bowel movements. And if you've seen the size of this guy, I'm telling you now, he's a fucking big fella. The shits this cunt would do should pay rent. He's fucking clogged the toilet. Now he's got the receptionist asking him to do synchronised flushes, going cubby, trying to get rid of this fucking demon. Mate, he's got to walk up to the receptionist, look her clean in the eyes and be like, I've got a pretty high fibre intake and this cunt's fucking, it's not going anywhere, call a plumber. And she's decided to, we'll save some money, we'll do a fucking team effort flush. Mate, that's rough. And you, fuck you, Matt, do your own dial-ins next time, you fucking pussy. Love you, cunts. See ya.
Love you, Gav. Always delivers.
Gav always delivers. Also, fuck you, Matt, you pussy, for making Gav dial in for that one.
Yeah, Matt, what the fuck?
Ring up yourself, you coward. You're obviously big enough to take big poos.
What I do really love is Matt's clearly a listener. So it's two mates bonding over a podcast. That's sick to me.
Yeah, and over poos, more importantly.
Which is what most of our...
That's what this pod's about. Yeah, I mean, that's fucking crazy. I've never, I got some healthy, Dugans myself, some healthy turds, but never had to flush twice.
Is the synchronised flushes just him in the sector going in, one doing the pee flush, one doing the poo flush?
Surely
is that what they mean?
Surely you can That's a one-man operation.
Also true. That's just both.
It feels like he just wanted to brag about this shit to someone, and he's got.
Check this out.
Oh, can you help me flush the toilet? Oh, look at that.
That's a big poo.
It's
don't you
insane,
think?
Matt. Ring up yourself next time, you fucking.
We actually
sicko.
need more context, Matt.
Cut back on the fibre. It sounds like you fucking
big unit.
You big bastard.
Bluey. G'day.
Hey.
It's the funk here.
Up the funk.
The funk.
Now, I just want to have a quick touchies about something. Whenever you're using public restrooms, do you use one hand for surfaces, e.g. doorknobs, etc., and one hand to handle the python? Because that's what I do. Just so you don't get any of them fucking criddling germs on your cock. Let me know, fellas.
Respect the funk. Thank you for dialing in, Mr. Funk. I that hasn't crossed my mind, but logically, logistically, can't fault it. I'm with the funk on that one. Not that much thought. Like, it is, public restrooms are disgraceful.
Yep.
And what you're saying, Funk, Mr. Funk, makes complete sense. I've never put that much thought into it. What about yourself?
So what's he saying? So if he touches like the toilet seat with this hand, it's not touching.
That's the surface's hand.
Yeah.
And then he's not wiping or touching his python. Obviously, Funk's well endowed. Funk's got a big stick, obviously.
Yeah.
Shout out Funk for telling everyone you got a big piece, mate. Respect. But yeah, I mean,
oh yeah, I don't think I've put thought into it.
I haven't, but now you've said it, Mr. Funk. I'm respect to that.
But this has triggered another one for me that I've actually wanted to bring to the podcast for a while. Public toilets, specifically pubs. You go to the trough. There's the cage / like bars thing, like down the bottom.
Yeah.
Do you stand on that?
Yeah, I get close.
Are you like half a foot over?
Yeah, probably like 50-50.
Yeah, I've always wondered how people operate on
50-50 tiles, like
because
tile
you see
bars.
cunts that don't touch it.
Yeah, but they're like the Funk. They got big sticks.
No, I reckon they're just like little germaphobes. Like, I don't want to get my shoes with the.
Could be both. Funk's got both. Funk's a germaphobe and he's got a huge piece.
Good on you, Funk.
Shout out the Funk. Thanks for dialing in, Mr.
Also,
Funk.
respect the name.
Yeah, guys, I know we said this earlier, and it is time to if you want to dial in, or if you're going to be a regular dialer, or if you want to dial in at all, and you want to be anonymous, put a nice little nickname to your dial in,
like Anonymous Matt.
This is exactly. Well, Gav just bust him. Gav just threw him straight on the bus. But if you want to dial in with something that you maybe don't want to put your name to, or you want to be a repeat caller, give us this is a chance to give yourself a cool nickname. Mad Dog Mac Daddy.
Mac Daddy, we got the Bald Eagle.
The Bald Eagle, we've got the Funk. Like, you can, and we want it, because I want to know, like, if you're going to say something outrageous, or you want to say something, bring something to the table.
We got the Blue Doppelganger.
We got Bluey Stunt Double. Like, put a nice name to it, because it is nice to put a name to this fucking insanity that you guys are spitting out. I love it. Shout out the Funk.
We want the funk.
We want the funk.
Yeah, the boys. Love the pod.
Love you, mate.
I've got one for Gabe.
Oh.
If Margot Robbie opened her legs up to you and she smelled like cheese, would you still go it? And another one, Wall's End Kebab Shop. Do they have, I believe they've got the best chips I've ever had. What do you think?
We'll take that.
So this call is obviously from Wall's End, I'm assuming. Just outside the great city of Newcastle. That's a good question, Margot Robbie, but it smells like cheese.
Oh, mate, if Margot Robbie opened her legs for me, there's no chance. I have a missus, mate. I'm not touching her with a 10-foot pole.
For audio listeners, Gabe's nodding.
I am
His
not.
head's about to fall off. He's nodding that hard. And Wall's End Chip Shop. We're going to take your word for it there, mate. Good chips. Never been. Shout out Wall's End. Shout out Wall's End Chippy. Shout out Margot Robbie.
Cheesy little thing.
Bluey, Gabe, it's Cato from God's Country.
Cato.
Topic here for you guys to discuss. New York Times on December 8th, 1903 wrote, "Man won't fly for 1,000,000 years. To build a flying machine would require the combined and continuous efforts of mathematicians and mechanics for 1,000,000 to 10,000,000 years." And 9 days later, the Wright brothers made their first manned flight.
That's awesome.
So I was just wondering, what's one of your all-time worst calls? An example for me would be any time that fat fuck Phil Gould gets on the field before Origin and spruiks up the Blues before they get thumped by the fucking Maroons. All right, boys, Talk to you soon.
Shout out Kato. One that just came to mind then for bad calls. That's very funny about the Wright brothers. One that just came to mind then, and this is just coincidence this came up. This is not a stab at you and your bunnies.
Yeah, I know this is Calvin.
Jason Demetrio, South Sydney head coach, came out the other day and said Lachlan Ilias is on track to be the best halfback this club's ever seen. Obviously a fucking dig at Adam Reynolds.
And was claiming that he could be the next Cooper Cronk, if I read correctly.
Yeah.
He could be, but...
And then South missed the finals and the Broncos finished second, and like Reynolds could play... First of all, Reynolds already won a comp.
Yeah.
So that's fucking dumb. Like, Demetrio's... I don't know what the fuck he was thinking when he said that. Reynolds already won a comp. He's just finished second at a new club.
Did he seriously say that? He is the best half this club?
I don't know if he said he is or he's on track, or he was like, yeah.
If he said is, that's pathetic.
Yeah, but even saying he's on track, like that, what the fuck are you saying that, mate? Like, shut up.
I guess why, but he's showing belief in the young fella.
Yeah,
I
but
can't completely knock that.
Tell him that. Don't tell everyone that. That's fucking
fair play.
That's up there with the fucking Wright brothers for me. That's dumb.
My worst call that in recent history is recorded on here, and it's that the fucking Souths are going to put it over the night.
Yeah.
So,
You go back.
that's one in recent history.
Go back 2 episodes, you'll hear another fucking belter.
I'll have to think about that one. That's a good question.
Oh, fucking hell. Bluey's game. Fuck, I've just got out of KO.
Just got out
of my fucking lungs out everywhere on the fucking toilet. Oh, fuck, I think I'm back for another spew. Fucking hell. Oh, my God. Fuck.
That's awesome that you just got out of a K-hole and the first thing you thought was like, I got to hit the dial-ins.
I got to tell Gavin Blue.
I just got out of a K-hole. Where am I? I got to dial in. Or you clip that. Make that a short clip this week. That'd be fucking nice.
The K-hole.
G'day fellas, John here. Freshly waxed, a lot less blood this time. So yeah, tricky's game when you do it. You just got to keep it regular, keep waxing every month, once a month. If you let it go much longer, it gets worse. So stick with it when you do. On the Rorts, just went to the circus. Everything's cash only. Like they even carry their own ATM around with them, so you have to get cash out. Like everyone else these days has got their little discs you can tap your card on. They don't. Obviously, they're declaring fuck all of it as income, so they're dodging the tax pretty hard. And look, all of us like dodging tax, got nothing against that. But being like an international sort of circus touring around, they're obviously taking that money with them back out. What are your thoughts on that? Like, it's obviously not going back into the Australian coffers. So, yeah, just wanted to see what your thoughts on that as a rort.
Probably, like...
I'm still giving them a rort on.
Yeah, and, like, I understand what you're saying, but that money, they're still here.
Yeah.
So, like, as in, like, that circus might be touring around for 6 months. I don't know. I'm not...
But their staff got to eat.
Exactly. I'm not clued in exactly on the circus circuit, the circus circuit, what they do. But they all have to eat, buy petrol. They've probably got to fucking stay somewhere while they're here.
Rent the land they're on.
Like they're
or whatever.
I do understand what you're saying, that but their money's not going directly overseas. They still got to do some shit while they're here.
It is pretty funny they've gone to the effort to just still be fucking cash out.
It's a circus, mate. Respect the circus. Roared on. I'm going to say roared on to the circus.
Yeah, I'll give the circus roared on. Also, a reminder, get us to 1,000 stars. I'm getting a sack and crack wax.
Yeah.
When that happens.
Shout out circus.
Fucking lads. What's going on, Blue Man? Gabo.
Oi.
This week's yarn. Hey, you boys ever come across any weird initiations in a new club or sports team that you've been in? Had one when I was abroad in England, and all the freshers or rookies at the inaugural team dinner weren't allowed to leave until they painted a map of Africa in their chinos. And that was the signal they wanted to go home. Let us hear what you got, boys.
So I actually sent a follow-up message to this gentleman asking for clarification on what a map of Africa was.
Shitting yourself.
No, well, it's pissing yourself. Because apparently when you piss your pants at the front in a pair of white chinos, it looks like a map of Africa, which I didn't know. That's very funny.
Yeah.
The closest thing I could think of wasn't really an initiation thing, but it was something I got made to do as a young bloke. I was on a rugby tour, and I was in the under-20s team, and we were away with the seniors.
Yep.
It was after a tournament that we've been on, and a few of the young blokes got made to do bird baths, which I don't know if you know what a bird bath is. We were obviously drinking, and we had to do shots of liquor out of a senior player's testicles. So they would hold their balls in like a bird bath, and they would pour liquor in their testicles, and we had to do a shot out of it. So I was made to do a bird bath. Me and a few of the young blokes.
Sports teams are so gay, bro.
Yeah, footy. For like a macho heterosexual bravado, some of the most homosexual activity goes on footy trips and stuff.
100%.
So, yeah, but I mean the map of Africa is not bad either. But I had to do a bird bath. Shout out the bird bath. Respect the bird bath.
Fellow pant shooter here. Just thought I'd call through and let you know up at Chatswood Bakery in Queensland. Dropped off for a bit of a chew during the lunch break. Chicken curry pie and a caramel slice to follow. Ran the risk as I'm lactose intolerant. About half hour later, tried to trust a fart, struck mud, hit the closest Caltex.
Struck mud.
Brand new step ones in the sanitary bin and free ball the rest of the day. Keep up the potty, fellas. Love the potty,
Respect.
Struck mud's gold.
Struck mud's very funny. I haven't heard that. I do have another mate who's lactose intolerant, but he's like for pizza, he will do it. Like he will be like,
he'll indulge.
He'll indulge and just cop the squirts after. It sounded like what
was that sound?
That was diarrhea. That had to be diarrhea.
That was a shit.
We'll go again. We'll do a live action replay, but I'm 95% sure that was diarrhea.
That was a cunt on the plane.
Howdy, fellas. Fellow pant shooter here. Just thought I'd call through. And
that's diarrhea. You could hear him straining.
I can hear the strain, but that sounds like...
That sounded like a rattle gun. That's sound like power tools.
But he is straining for sure.
But he did say he's lactose intolerant and he had a vanilla slice. So good, well played to you, sir.
Struck mad.
Hello, Bluey. Hello to the fucking crusty bloke sitting next to you. Shout out to Gabe.
That's just low.
I've been a little bit shy to dial in, but here we are today. I've been a fan since day one. Love the pod. Now,
thanks,
Gabe.
Yep.
Love you, brother, but I think it's time for you to come clean. Are there any other foods that you don't like that us punters should know about? I think it's time. Let us know. The cheese thing was pretty unforgivable. I'm still a little bit upset about that. But I think it's just time to let it all out. What other foods don't you like? We'll roast you for a little bit and then we can move on, all right? Love the potty.
I know how the game works.
Thanks, boys.
Thanks, mate. Another female. The demo's growing.
It's very, very refreshing and reassuring to me that there are ladies listening to this podcast because in my head it's just filthy blokes like us, which is great. Love the boys, all about the fellas. But it is nice to know there's a few ladies out there listening as well. So thank you very much. And thank you for dialing into cheese, foods. Go.
There's one I was going semi under the radar on, and it's actually been brought up and I've half bit me tongue. Avo, not sold on it. Not sold on Avo.
When you say you're not sold on it, do you not like it or are you just...
I'll be real. Like, I've just opted out of eating Avo because I just think it looks shit. It's just mush, bro. How do you enjoy that?
He's doing it again.
Tell me it's not mushy.
Yeah, smashed Avo's mushy.
So what? Are you eating the cut like an apple?
Who is? No one does that.
Well,
Avo on like guacamole on a burrito. Smashed Avo.
Well, that's
on
all
toast.
smashed, isn't it?
Not necessarily. What about if you get like some like with a big brekkie and they just flare one out for you? Do you eat that?
I've never actually had that experience.
But you've done it again. You are going to get fucking destroyed
so
again.
You asked for it and I can't play.
What else? Is there anything else? So we've got Avo.
I have one that's not that controversial. Actually, and to be fair, I do eat him, but like I will avoid olives. Not that stuff.
I'm not huge on olives.
Yeah, that's not a bad take. That's not a huge take. No. I've considered trying Avo recently, but like Yeah, I'm just fucking. I just can't be fucked to eat it. I just think it looks mushy and gross, and like the texture is just fucked. Can you see where I'm coming from with the texture?
It's delicious.
Is it?
Have you even tried it?
No.
You got to try it. That's actually what also we'll do. We'll get Gabe to try things he says he doesn't like.
Yeah, convert me.
100%.
Bluey, Gabe. How you going, boys? It's Jezza from Penrith here. Now, it wouldn't be a proper dial-in if I wasn't talking about shit.
Of course.
So, you know how there's the typical fatherly pride Snapchats that your mates send you of the giant turds they do and all that, or all the fucked up grog bogs that they do and how they paint the toilet. Well, my mate had a signature that topped it all. He used to record the shit coming out of his asshole and place it in reverse. So you can imagine that it looked like his asshole was using the force to pick the shit out of the toilet and would eat it with his butthole.
That is hilarious.
Masterpiece stuff.
That is funny.
Compare it to Picasso, really.
Of course.
Signature move.
Yeah, a bit of Banksy sort of artwork going on there. But what have you boys heard? Have you heard anything just as fucking stupid as this? Cheers.
Nothing that stupid.
That's amazing.
That's hilarious.
That's great. I mean, that would annoy me if my mates were sending me that, but that's funny.
I agree. And I'll clear this up. Talking about poo is really fucking funny, but there's been a couple posts in the newsroom of people trying to share their poos. Stop fucking doing that, cunts.
I'll put my foot down.
Are you with me?
Talking about turds on the dial-ins and occasionally on the pod, hilarious. Keep the
poos out of the newsroom.
Keep the poos out of the newsroom, all right? It's funny to talk about poos and stuff. Keep the visuals of poo out of my newsroom. Thank you very much. It's a poo-free newsroom.
Yeah, but I do respect the reverse. That's fucking funny.
Obviously, it's funny to talk about, but I don't want to see poo that often.
Bluey, Gabe, Shane here. How's it going, boys? Got a bit of a serious question for you. Now, Nickelback are due to tour. They'll be here probably late next year. And tickets go on sale, I'd say probably early next year. If I was to buy 3 tickets, would you two boys be interested in accompanying me to their Sydney concert next year? I've been to their last 5 and I ain't missing this one.
Obviously.
It'd be a pleasure to have you boys along for the journey.
Dude.
Let me know, boys. Love yous.
Love you too.
Bro, is that a real offer?
It seemed pretty fair income. Obviously.
Shane, fucking oath, mate.
We'll pay for the beers. You get the tickets, we'll get the beers. Shane, we're there. There is no way I'm turning that down.
Dude, fuck yeah, Shane.
Fuck yeah, Shane. That's fucking generous. Yes, Shane, we'll come to Nickelback.
I don't think you should do that, mate. If you're
He can do it. He can do it. We'll definitely come to Nickelback with you, mate. That's fucking massive. That's massive.
Fucking oath.
How you going, boys? Just sitting here on the old fucking Portaloo on the job site.
Fuck,
and I was just fucking going to say, how is it, that little flap on the dunny, flinging back up at 100 miles an hour, flinging everyone else's piss onto your gooch? That's fucked.
Yeah.
So what do you reckon, guys? We've got to get rid of those filthy Portaloos on job sites because they're fucking no good for your health and they squirt piss all over your gooch and it's no good, and now I'm fucking angry. I want to go home. Have a good one, fellas. I'm out.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a gripe of mine for as long as I've worked in construction. Job site Portaloos, and especially coming into this time of year where it's starting to warm up a bit, are the most... You want to talk about biohazards? Talk about that bloke that diarrhea on that Delta Airlines flight before. We'll talk about fucking biohazards. And actually, this is a serious issue because these motherfuckers talk about worksite health and safety and they want to ping you for fucking wearing gloves and hard hats. The fucking state of Portaloos, mate, in the summertime is absolutely catastrophic, diabolical, biohazard. It's fucking nuts, mate. And some of them, our friend here was talking about, there's like a flap. So when enough piss gets on the steel flap, it flicks down.
Yeah.
But obviously there's residue, it flicks off. Mate, some of them don't even have a flap. So it's literally just a pit of waste. It's fucking...
And you can see.
Bro, you can see everything. You can see, it's fucking out of control. Job site Portaloos are the bane of my existence. I fucking hate them, and it's about it. And anyone who works on a job site that's listening to this, coming in the summertime, it gets fucking ugly. And it's to the point where you're like, I'll just hang on, or I'll leave site to find a Macca's or something.
Yeah.
It's fucking garbage.
Yeah. I'm fortunate enough that I haven't done that.
That's
in
another
a
bit of
very
content.
long
I'm going
time.
to take you to one. I'm going to take you. I'm going to find the worst one.
Make me eat Indian the night before.
Yeah, I'm just going to take you to see one. You don't have to use it. Just fucking see what we're up against.
A good one is when there's portaloos like at a festival or at like
It's the same.
No, but I'm saying a good game me and my mates would play, and this is something we actually would Snapchat. No cocks in the shot, but how many flaps you could get.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Yeah. Whoever got the longest obviously got the win.
That would be funny. I won't film the toilet, but I'll just film you like going in and going out. It would be very funny to just see you react to
just come out and have a spew.
Just go walk in and go, oh, they're fucking horrendous. That was it. That was our last dial-in.
That was it?
That was it. Very poo heavy episode this week, but
we've done our best to stay off it, and they just keep coming.
I mean, it pretty much is every week, to be fair. Guys, that's it for the show this week. I mean, we've done it. That's fucking 2 hours again of free, high quality entertainment. The shirts are out now.
DailyBlueWeekly.com.
Wide World of Rorts merch is live. Head to the Instagram bio, dailybluenews.com. Hit the link. It'll take you straight to the site.
DailyBlueNews.com again.
I've been drinking. I'm sorry. Daily Blue News Instagram, link in bio. We're going to be flogging it for the next 2 weeks on the pre-sale. Thank you very much for everyone who's already bought one. You guys fucking rule. Thanks for listening to the show. Thank you for the dial-ins. We're having a fucking blast. Gabe, you got anything?
Fucking shout out to old mate who wants to take us to Nickelback. That's insanity. Shout out to everyone who's fucking already got a shirt, and those of you who plan on getting one after listening to this. It fucking means so much to Blue and I.
It was payday yesterday, so I know you've got the money there to buy a shirt. When this comes out on Fridays, I know you got paid yesterday or on Wednesday like I did, so go and get a shirt.
If you want one, check the show notes.
If you don't, that's fine too.
You can keep listening for free. All we ask is that you rate 5 stars, or if you will listen on YouTube, you give it a like and you give it a subscribe.
And if you don't, that's fine too. Stick it up your ass. We'll see you next week. Thank you for listening.
See yous.